Hey, Renegade Nation, welcome in. Sorry, running a little bit late this morning. Been kind of a rough morning, but we're up and at it now. We're going to jump back into harvest. We'll be here about 3.5 hours today. We're going to see if we can't get the corn finished. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. With that, guys, let's jump right down to the farm. Hey there, Scurvy Nebula, Snake Man, welcome in, guys. Yeah, I apologize. I'm running just a minute late. I had kind of a rough morning, but we're up and moving now, doing our thing. Welcome back, Mr. Red. Guys, I'll be honest. I'm really pumped about the stream yesterday. We definitely got our hours in. And I did. I really had a good time. You know, everybody that hung out and spent the day with us, thank you so much. I am okay. We may have an issue. See, I've had a sound issue I've been battling here this morning. Let's see here. There we go. Guys, you'll have to let me know, you know, my voice. Well, I guess the only thing we got here is my voice in the game. Will someone let me know that you guys can hear it and it does sound good? I've had a heck of a time. When I first went to turn this on, I run an Elgato wavelength program, but I also have a Go XLR. The wavelength had an update. And something happened here recently, and it kind of moved some stuff around. So I thought, let's do the update and see if it'll fix this. So I went in and did the update. Well, when I did that update, it actually had me shut the PC down and restart it. And when I did that, there was a Windows update there hiding. And it did both updates, and I come on and I had nothing. I had no sound at all. So I was over my good friend Eager's on Twitch, and was kind of watching him and using him as a gauge to try to get my sound back. I know he just had a bunch of sound issues, and I didn't know if his was along the same way, but it looks like he may have purchased some new hardware, and he grabbed something I've been looking at for a while with that Rode piece. Just, it's not in the cards for me right now. You know, we'll see what we come up with in the future, but for right now we're gonna have to stick with what we've got, and as long as we got sound and you guys can hear it, we're fine. Got you, Faber. Thank you. Just making sure there. But if I could get just anybody to say, hey, things sound good, the game sounds good, you sound good, that would be much appreciated. I'd hate to sit here for 4 hours and find out you guys couldn't hear me say a word, or you couldn't hear the combine, or you couldn't hear the truck, or anything. I mean, granted, if you can hear the combine, you'll be able to hear the truck too, but just been, like I said, the sound bugs can be a bear, and I kind of got hit with it this morning. I'll be honest with you, if everything sounds good and I got it all fixed by myself, guys, I have no clue what's going on. I got that thing stuck underneath a fence somehow. It's all jacked up. What in the world happened? I'm sitting here hitting reverse, and it's clearly stuck in neutral. It's not going in reverse. This is interesting. Let's do that and see if we can get it out of there. Now, do I have reverse? Wow, I got reverse. So it somehow got stuck underneath that fence. Well, that's interesting. Sounds all good on my end. Thank you, Scurvy. I appreciate that. Yeah, and that fence there, we can't take it out because I'll be honest, there's a good chance that we buy that farm, and if we do, we're going to end up with animals over there, and I don't want to remove a fence to turn around and have to put a fence in. You know, if I knew that that was just going to be farmed, you know, that whole field there would be farmed, I'd yank that fence out in a heartbeat and tie it right in with this field here. That'd be pretty slick. But there's a good chance that'll have animals in it at some point. Huber, how are you doing? Welcome in. It is not recommended to combine fences. I'm going to be honest. I stopped before the fence was on the reverse, and it never stopped. It kept going. Yeah, honestly, Scurvy, that time there, that was not my fault. I don't know what happened or even why it happened. She started and wouldn't stop. And even in the fence, I mean, the head went way down. It went down further than it's ever went down on this combine. I guess with the sound problems, with the updates, you know, like I said, I had an update on the Elgato software, on the actual sound software, which forced a Windows update, and I'm always afraid that there's going to be issues. Oh, you're fine. Mom A, my goal here today is to make it till 4 o'clock. I haven't, not only that, I ain't been feeling the best. I ate the wrong thing last night. And I guess I knew I did when I was eating it, but it hit my stomach like a ton of bricks this morning. It's been a wonderful start to the day. After all the talk last night, I did give the puppies a little extra breakfast. See if we can't start them on that regimen. I'd like to get a different measuring device because the one I'm using right now, I mean, you gotta you fill the bowl kind of flat, and then you turn around and you take a second bowl and you fill it half to 3/4. I've only got 2 of them bowls. I'd like to have just a measuring cup and put in whatever I want, put it in her bowl, put in whatever I want, put it in the other bowl. Kind of what I'm looking to do. Now, Mama A, so I didn't want to eat super heavy last night, but on the other hand, I'll be honest, I was really hungry, and I, you know, I didn't want a peanut butter sandwich. I had peanut butter, and that's what I should have done, is had a peanut butter sandwich. But I had some frozen, I call them frozen gas station burritos. You buy the 8-pack from Walmart or wherever. These weren't burritos, they were chimichangas, but basically the same thing. And they do, when I sit down and eat, I'm not going crazy in my opinion, but I generally eat 4 of them. And I ate 4 of them last night, but I also drank, I drank about a quart of, well, I drank 3/4 of a quart, so a pint and a half of vitamin D milk, which can also mess my stomach up. So I woke up this morning and felt like I had wrestled a bear. It just, it's all self-inflicted, my damn fault. And I'm not saying that jalapeno jerky didn't help. I don't think I have any more. Well, that ain't even the right drawer. I don't think I have any more of the jalapeno left. Oh, I do. I've got 1 bag. Oh, wait a minute. No, I got 2 bags left. Don't get me wrong, it's really good. But you start tying that in with the aftertaste, because it does. My gosh, you belch for the next 3-4 hours, and it's strong jalapeno. You know, so add that into all of it. And I think what Jack Links does, and I got to give him some kudos for it, like that sweet and hot, the way they make that hot is they soak it in a red pepper sauce or something like that for like 24 hours before they go ahead and do their thing. Oh my God, that I'm telling you, it's hot. So they've got to have some sort of jalapeno sauce that they're doing it with this one, is my guess. Hey Jay Graham, how are you doing? Welcome in. So we did, when I did lay down last night, I didn't go right to sleep. It was quite a bit later when I did finally make it to sleep. And I did go and took them YouTube shorts I was talking about that was supposed to come out, I believe at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and noon this morning. And I made them where they came out last night in the middle of the night. You know, so I checked some of them out this morning, and some have done decent. They took right off and did decent. But some of the other ones haven't done as good. And I'm not positive. Some that I thought would go very well actually got dropped yesterday, and they haven't. They haven't done anything at all. Where do I go? I got to go to there, and I got to go to there. So I've got you know, the very first one I dropped has over 450 views, 24 likes. I've got one I dropped last night that's got 217 or over 200. I'm sorry, over 220 views, and it's already got 25 likes. It's only been out 9 hours. I got another 220 plus views. All right, that's the one I just read. But I've got one put out at the same time that only has, well, it says 14 views and 7 likes. Let me look. 16 views is all it's got. And it's read, the part of the title is Naked in a Beanbag Chair Eating Cheetos. And it just, I don't know, something to do with the wording. The content of it is hilarious, but I kind of figured with that wording that it may grab some traction, and I'm gonna be honest, it didn't, which caught me off guard. Hey, Derek Kid, watch and like post, comment on each of the new shorts you uploaded. I appreciate that, Snake Man. And so, like I said, this whole YouTube thing is a learning experience for me. The only thing I got done positive and didn't screw up this morning, my new Voss water bottles, I haven't been able to find these for about 6 months. But what I do with them is I refill them out of the water in the fridge. It's filtered into the fridge, and I do it that way. But them other ones, I said 3 to 4 months, and I'm going to be honest, it's probably been closer to 6 or 7 months. And I've tried to, they've never went through the dishwasher, but I've tried to clean them in between, and so they don't go bad. But I'm taking the new ones so I don't get them mixed up. And you can see I put a black circle on the lid there. So as I'm doing this transition, because I have 6 of the new ones and I have 6 of the old ones, and just so I don't oopsie and leave an old one in and what have you, I'm doing that. Can't watch them, Dairy Kid. I went in and I clicked on the button and it takes me to TikTok, and I don't have TikTok on my phone. It will not let me watch the videos. I tried doing it on the PC. I tried doing it on my phone. Being I do not have TikTok, I am not allowed to view the videos. Now it wants me to download TikTok. But I'm going to be honest, I'm not 100% sold on all that. See, that right there is what I want to get away from, because I'm going to smack that auger on the tree. And when I dent the auger, I'm done. I'm going to miss corn there. I will say this: the puppies have been kind of like a little bit wild this morning. I'm fine with that. Yeah, Dairy Kid, I hate to say it. I want to watch them. I tried to watch both. Didn't happen. It would not let me. You can hear them out there going to town. Yeah, like there again, until I can see them, Dairy Kid, I have no clue. I've just got to kind of make the assumption. So that was that's a remix one there. That there was straight water. And I thought I was running low. I thought I'd grab another one before I went live, but I didn't, and I should have. I'll grab one here in a second. Guys, the plan today, we're gonna be here shelling corn till 4 o'clock. I know Smethwick won't be in. He's at work. My guess is Schwoke is sleeping right now, because I know he normally stays up. I was up late last night, but he's up considerably later than what I am. So I'm guessing I'm probably on my own today, unless maybe Demonic goes, oh, Renegade's on. I'm pretty sure Coburn's at work today. It's Friday. I think he was off Wednesday, Thursday. Appreciate that, Derek Kid. Yeah, we definitely are not going to be able. So here's something my dad taught me. We're going to drive the combine to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no, we're not. It doesn't look like we can get all that in one pass. I thought that was one pass, and we'd drive to the back and then shell to the front. But hey, Midnight Hobbit, how are you doing this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Wow, that's pretty interesting. 6-row corn head, shelling 7 rows. Yeah, baby. Currently continue to modify my console Stitzer. Your console Stitzer. So your Stone Valley. I'm gonna grab that other water here quick. Sorry, I got daggone that adult meat and crackers and cheese is still in there. It was on top. I couldn't get the daggone thing to pull out. I don't want pumpkin spice again this morning. We'll do some peach strawberry. Oh, we gotta go quick here. Brakes. I didn't put it in see, this is what one thing I don't understand. I'm not touching any pedals, none whatsoever. She's just going backwards on her own. And away we go. First field's done. Currently got loaded. Now boss has me set until he figures something out. If you're loaded, why aren't you going to your next location? What is it the boss has to figure out? That don't make sense to me. So my other truck is cleared down at the other farm. Depending on where he put it will depend on whether I make it or not. And Schroek did something here last night I normally don't do. When I'm chisel plowing, I do not do my end rows first. I do the field first. That way when I get to the end rows, I'm not bouncing around on them end rows. When I turn, I always do them last. So we're going to go clear up to that north field. That's where the other truck should be. And I'll try to start in and see if I can't get some end rows done and maybe be able to get back to the truck and get emptied. I don't know. I think he might have an urgent load heading north and might have me meet another driver for a swap. Oh, okay. See, I don't understand that either, Midnight. So you've already got one trailer on one truck, and then you've got your trailer on your truck. Why are we driving and swapping? Why don't we just leave him on the trucks they're on, and he goes his way and you go yours? I'm not into logistics in trucking, so I'm not even going to claim to understand it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go clear down to the north end, and I'm going to shell back to the truck, and try to make it that way. We'll see if we can't get this field opened up real nice and everything, and then we'll probably take that other truck. Hey guys, please. Then we'll take that other truck and get it in. I'm afraid this truck here may be too close to field and may not be able to hit it with the auger, because he's a day cab driver and they don't run e-logs. now Midnight, that makes some sense. I understand that. Yeah, I've never been, you know, we had a driver who used to bring furniture into my grandpa's furniture store. They left out of Philip M. Bell down in Cincinnati. Let me rephrase that. I don't know if Philip M. Bell was the name of the trucking company or the name of the furniture place, but he would leave down there. His name was Lemmy, and I've rode with him a couple of different times, where you guys need to stop. I rode with him a couple times, and what we would do is I would get in the truck when he was right there at Grandpa's, and then I would ride with him up to Toledo, and then on his way back to Cincinnati, you know, he would hit a couple different furniture stores on the way up, and then when he got to Toledo, he was empty, and he would fill up in Toledo. It was something that he was taking back to Cincinnati, and that's kind of how that all came about. But I got the opportunity to ride with him a couple of different times up to Toledo, and it was really fun. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I remember, I'm talking, I was young. I mean, I was young, 7, 8 years old, and we had went to a McDonald's. You know, Mom had given me money so that I could do what have you. And we went to a McDonald's, and here I am. I thought I was just something special, because I was going to eat 3 regular hamburgers at my age. And I'm telling you, I'm beating my hands against my chest going, wow, look at all this that I can eat. So Lemmy, to teach me a lesson, just having fun, Lemmy ordered 3 Big Macs and ate them all. I'm like, holy crap. You know, to me at that age, a Big Mac was like a sandwich that a 7 or 8 year old didn't dare attempt to try. You know, that would have been a death sentence for somebody my age. And to see him eat them, that was something else. Just a good memory from years ago. Means a lot to me. They are limited to 150 mile range. Oh, he ran paper logs, probably 2 logbooks, so he could run more than the limit. Who ran You're saying limit? I don't know what you mean more than the limit, unless you're talking about the other driver. I mean, all Lemmy was followed. The trip he was on was his trip. I mean, that's what he did. I think it was every 2 weeks. I don't think he'd have been running double logbooks. I mean, that's the same trip he ran every 2 weeks. And the trailer he had the ability to it had like a side door on it, and then it also it wasn't up as high in the air as most other semis are. It kind of dropped down off the back of the truck to the back wheels, and I can still remember he had a couch on the back that Pawpaw had bought for resale, and I can remember him sliding that couch to the edge of the trailer and then just putting it on his shoulder and carried it in. I mean, that man was Superman to me when I was growing up. Oh, so Midnight Hobbit, what he would do, how that worked for him, between Cincinnati and Toledo, he may have 6 or 8 different furniture stores that he would stop at and just drop something off, and then he would turn around and in Toledo. You know, like I said, he would fill up and then turn around and go back to Cincinnati, and I think that was a 2 or 3 day run for him. If a moving van is what that's called, yep, that's what he was pulling. I'll be honest, I don't know for sure what that's called, but yeah, it wasn't a normal, you know, box trailer or something like that. I do remember he said he could get substantially more in that truck or in that trailer than what a normal trailer could. Something else I remember about his truck, it wasn't an 18-wheeler, it was a 16-wheeler. He had an international cab over, red and white is what he was running. And I'll be honest, I don't know if it was an owner-operator thing or if it was a Philip M. Bell owned it. I don't know. Yeah. So he would run that exact route. Week 1, he would have 2 different routes he would run. That was one route with another one that may have been, you know, the rest of the week. And then the second week, he had 2 other ones he ran. So basically, it would be like he had 4 different routes he was running to cover a 2-week span. And then once every 3 months, or no, it was more, it was less than that. Once every other month, he had a run that he would make that took him down to Louisiana, Alabama, somewhere down there. He would take a partial load down, but then he was loaded coming back, and he was bringing stuff back for Philip M. Bell, because he was going to take me on that trip, and we kept trying to get it together. Nanny and Pawpaw, who would have been my grandma and grandpa, was going to run me down to Cincinnati and the day before, and I would just spend the night with Lemmy and his family. If I remember right, Lemmy either had 11 or 13 kids. I don't remember for sure. But they had some riots going on. So we'd have been in the late 70s. They had some riots going on down south, and Lemmy said, I don't know that it's wise that here I am, this big fella, and I got this little kid with me in a semi down there. He said, I think we should hold off till this stuff ends. And Grandpa passed away, the furniture store closed, and you know, I didn't get to see Lemmy anymore. I'm sure he's passed away by now. I'd have loved to met him again, because he was very influential on me growing up. I mean, I looked at him like he was really something special, but in all honesty, he was. You know, to me, he was very special. I love that man to death. It's interesting how to a kid, you don't realize just how much of an effect you have on a child's life. You know, like he did on mine. I don't want that to sound weird. It's not meant that way in any way. It's just really neat. So they took the party out to the living room. I will say I have not ate anything this morning. Not really interested in eating anything right now. Try to let the stomach calm down some. I may end up doing ramen noodles. That's kind of light. But yeah. If you're talking about this, it's a 6-row. And Snake Man, what's the good news? What's the bad news? Bad news is that I ran out of road. What do you mean you run out of road? I think I can do this. We're gonna find out. I hate to. I'm going to do it the way I should do it in real life. Good news is the road was 235. So I guess I don't understand. Object placement reached. Oh, gotcha. Amazing. In France, it's 7 o'clock at night in France. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon here. You're a little bit ahead of us. Hey, if they come out with the lottery numbers over there, Hubert, let me know. I want to know what the lottery numbers are. I'll run uptown and play them. I do think I need to run uptown. So we have a Dollar General. I call it the mall. And I think that's where I'm going to go. We've also got the gas station, but I need to run. I will not get milk from Dollar General. I don't like their milk at all. But I need to run to the gas station to get their milk. They run what's called Smith Brothers. But I need to get milk, but I've got a list I put together. I want to grab some more hot dogs. The Bar S are the ones that are affordable by far, and the problem is to get them I got to go to Kenton. Don't really want to go to Kenton. I want to get another loaf of bread, need to get some ketchup. I've ate a lot of hot dogs since Mama's been gone. Not a problem at all, Snake Man. That's awesome, honestly. They didn't have any of the round Tony's pizzas when we went to the grocery store last, so they've got these little square. They're the high school pizzas we used to get in school, and Mama just got some of them, and I used to really like them, but I'm going to be honest, I've got to where I don't care for them as much now. They don't hit the spot like they did in the beginning. I did have some of them inside, and I could have had some of them last night, but and there again, when we ended, my golly, it was almost 3 o'clock in the morning, and I really didn't want to fire the oven up at 3 o'clock in the morning and do all that stuff. No, Smethwick, my stomach's jacked up right now really bad. Really bad. I was about a half an hour late coming on. I had some sound issues. It was part of the problem, but my stomach is... I went last night, and let's get this in before we tarry it off on something. I went last night and made the frozen gas station. They're chimichangas, not burritos, but beef and bean and cheese, I think. and I made myself 4 of them, and then also had a pint and a half of milk. Yeah, my stomach ain't feeling too hot. And I to be honest, I am still belching that dang jalapeno. When I said it's got a really strong jalapeno taste, I'll be honest, I was not joking. Man, it is really strong. Where am I at? 40%. Oh, forgot. I'm back. Had to grab sugar. Had to grab a back. Sugar was dropping. So Mama A, is your sugar low? Oh, a snack. Gotcha. In real life, I have 2 plots. House Chalmers 87, 40. Alfalfa. You got plenty of horsepower for those few acres. I will give you that. In all honesty, Huber, the acres you've got there. So one hectare, if I remember right, is 2.5 acres. So I mean, you're looking at about 10 acres, to be honest with you. One of them tractors with half the horsepower would be enough for what you're working with there. I know I've watched, I'm not going to mention the guy's name because I don't want him to complain, and I'm talking about him here. But he'd go out and he'd have a 10-acre field, and he'd walk in with a 45-foot draper head. The head was so daggone big that the auger on the combine wouldn't even get to the daggone wagon, and they'd have to take the head off, or they'd have to back up, or they'd have to do something like that. And it's like, why don't you run either A, run a bigger combine, or B, run a head that fits the combine. But the whole thing is, they wanted to walk into a field, and in 10 minutes, poof, it was done. You know, and we actually have too much horsepower for this farm here. But I generally, when I get into a 4X map and you start looking at field sizes, you know, this field here says it's 20 acres, but it doesn't play as 20 acres. It actually, I think it's actually a little more than 20 acres. Hold on one second. See, that's IRL. That's old school. Okay, this is, nope, that's Spring Creek. It's this one right here. So this is actually field 2. This here says it's 21 acres by using the equipment in the game, but I'm going to be honest, it doesn't play like 21 acres. With this combine, the amount of time it takes to do it, it plays more like it's 60 acres, to be honest. You need to stop. You may be getting wild with Sissy. You're not coming in here and getting wild with me, okay? So, I mean, I try to keep that in mind. You know, we're sitting here saying, hey, we really want to get an 8-row head for the acres of corn that we have out. Truly, we don't need an 8-row head. But with the 6-row head, I'll tell you what, you get into bad weather. We either need to A, make it 5-day months to open that window up and have more of a chance to harvest, or B, we need to get an 8-row head. If we run into an issue, wow, I may not even get the end rows done with where I'm at. If we run into a bad issue with weather, we may not get harvest done. Okay, how much we need for those 2 fields we want to get? I'm thinking it was like 350,000, I think. I'm gonna be honest, we're gonna need the silage to bring us good money, or we're not gonna be able to do it. And I really want to be able to do it, because if we don't, Schwoke will never let us live it down. Sure would be nice if a nice new combine had a nice new corn head. And getting that over there, like I said, Smethwick, if the weather turns bad on us, there is no way we'll get through harvest. I mean, on the bean side, how much money did we lose? You know, if we'd have been able to get in and harvest everything day one, we'd have been a lot further ahead, because we lost $1.50 a bushel when we went from day one to day two. Day two was wet the whole day. We couldn't harvest anything. We had to go forward to day three. We lost another $1. We lost $2.50 a bushel on the beans we harvested in day three, and that was 2/3 of the farm. I'll have to check it out later, Dairy Kid, but thank you. He'll never let us live it. No, he won't at all. And part of our problem is here, the bank, we cannot take out a loan. We are maxed out in credit. I'll tell you what I half-assed thought about doing, and I'm dead serious. So from the glitch in our payment, I mean, we haven't added that in. That's $108,000. So I mean, that puts it at 169 plus. We also have this field, and then there's one field of corn on the lane. I have that first field I just finished this morning, and it is that truck over there is full, 100% full. So I got to take it in. But I mean, a semi-load or a truckload, a truck and wagon load of corn, it's only like $8,000. There's not a lot of money here. Not a lot of money. Hey, Infernal, how are you doing, buddy? Good morning. But no, something that I can do, Smethwick, and pull a fast one. I'll pull that glitch money for the year we're in now, which technically we've earned it all. I'll pull all the glitch money for next year and have it paid. You know, so next year we don't get anything. I'll slide that stuff over, and that'll give us the extra money. But you know, we've got a lot of bales. We've got $50,000 worth of wool that's going to go in like March or April to help us get through the year. If we had to, we could pull 100 bales of grass out and wrap them and sell them too. I mean, is December our month for silage? So I mean, if that's the case, I was looking doing, you know, December 3rd day of December, because I thought it was between them two. Bunch of your shorts showed up on my main page this morning. Really? So I'm going to be honest, Infernal, I'm trying so hard. So the whole idea of the shorts, and I don't know if it is truly working or not working or what have you. I mean, I am seeing we're picking up some subscriptions from them, but the whole idea of the shorts is to try to grab some more subs and work on that number. I realized in the hours watched category, the number it's giving me that is right there at the halfway point from goal number 1. Well, that number is updated as of the 25th, or I'm sorry, the 15th. That was last Sunday. So everything we've done this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then today, none of that is on there. Well, yesterday was 11 hours and 45 minutes. Wednesday was 4 hours. I think we went Tuesday for 6 hours maybe. We got a lot of watch time that hasn't been added to that yet. I'm starting to wonder if we're not getting awful close to that 3/4 mark. Seriously. Yeah, I think I got plenty end rows here on this end. I wonder what that's all about. I got a text message from like a 6-digit number. Oh, hey, of superior importance. I did hear from Mama this morning. I don't know what's going on. They're in, she told me where they were. Halifax, maybe? But she for some reason, she hasn't received or anything I've got. It's almost like there is no Wi-Fi there, and I don't understand it. Might be higher. You could actually go down in January. So now I don't know. I'm going to try to split this field. I should have plenty to get to the front. We'll go ahead and get an auger out and get it ready. We'll empty when we get to the front. It went. I'm not happy about it, Dairy Kid. I'd rather I think we're gonna find someone else. I'm not happy or excited about putting my health in this guy's hands. Reviews on him were very good, but I didn't get that vibe when I was in there. I know I should stick with it until I find something better, but I didn't reschedule. I wasn't comfortable. I'm pretty sure the truck is full. It is. The truck is full. I was hoping this would fill the wagon, then I could give the combine a break. I'm not going to be able to do that. Now there's the one that's in Lima, and it is a little more of a distance, but it isn't like you're going to the doctor 8 times a month, and it's the one that Mama. I don't know why. It's the first time that she has ever recommended this lady. See, I went through Hades. The first one I called and wanted to do, they never returned my call. And it said they were accepting new patients, but they never returned my call. And I think it's the fact that I'm unemployed, so they didn't want me in there. Second one I called said they was not accepting any new patients. The third one I called said they were only accepting children. The fourth one I called turned around and said, well, this lady is in the same office as your old doctor, and being you got released from him, you're not allowed to come here. Okay, fine. I'll go somewhere else. So the one I ended up going to was doctor number 6. And I'm just not there. Yeah, she did get in touch with me this morning, Mama A. And she said, where am I at here? I'm almost at the end of the field. We had a decent conversation. Yeah, at 6 o'clock in the morning. I had got up and went to the restroom. No, I'm lying. It was 7:03 is what it says here. I had got up to go to the bathroom, and she said, waiting to go ashore. Apparently text will work right now. And then she said, I need you to call Verizon and see if the $1 per day is cheaper for the rest of the trip, or if there is a package cheaper. I think the daily is, but Austin hasn't traveled on our plan for a while, or maybe where we are is covered. I don't understand that. It made no sense. So I started copying and pasting messages that I had already sent to her and resent them. And she didn't comment on any of it. Nothing. But apparently, she's sending messages through Messenger. She's sending messages through wherever. So here's one that come through Messenger. And she said, only because I am at port and off their free Wi-Fi that is for Princess app only. So I don't know. Does that mean she doesn't have Wi-Fi on ship now? I thought she paid $250 to have Wi-Fi on ship. But she was kind of grumpy. She said her dad was grumpy, and they had flipped to a different time zone. And when they did, her phone, being she had no Wi-Fi, her phone didn't flip to the new time zone. So when it come time to get up and get off the boat and go on shore, they were late getting down there because her alarm went off an hour late. The phone never flipped. It didn't happen automatically because she was not on Wi-Fi. So I don't know. Earlier Mars, how are you doing? Welcome in. So I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't care how anyone is. I know she had made comment in there that her sister-in-law now gets to see where he is pretty irritable from time to time now. You know, the man's turning 95 years old on this trip. I can see him being irritable. Hey, Steve, welcome in. You know, and I guess if you think about it, if your phone does not flip over to the new time zone, so her phone was still on the old time zone. If she don't have Wi-Fi, I can see where it didn't flip over. I really can. You know, it's not her fault, but I guess he was all pissy about it, and I don't know. It makes someone mad when something like that happens and it's not their fault, and someone you know what I'm saying? Hey, they're just on break. Ah, good deal. Yeah, I'm not on break. Schwoke's got me a slaving away going across this field. There is no rest for me right now. None whatsoever. It sounds to me like she doesn't have any, Steve. She doesn't have any is what it sounds like to me. You know, and yeah, I don't know. So as bad as I'd like to make another round here, I can't. I'll end up with a whole bunch of corn left over. I kind of hate running up there to dump at 60-some% too. I guess I won't have that much left. I'm going to go ahead and put a third round in and get the center peeled out of this. Hello there, sweetheart. How are you doing, baby doll? How are you doing? Well, hello there. Hello there, sweetie. I forgot. Oh, I guess you can see her on my left side here. She getting some loving. You getting some loving, baby doll? Yes, you are. I'll tell you what, when we call it here, which, like I said, it's going to be right around 4, I'm going to go out and I'm going to sit in that recliner, and I'm telling you, she will sit on my lap on that recliner till we have to get back in here to get ready for the other side. I'm thinking hard. I've still got 4 hot dogs left. I've still got half a gallon of milk. I wouldn't have to go to the grocery today. I mean, I got plenty here to eat, to drink. I could go Saturday. I could go Sunday. I'd rather not go out here to Dollar General to get some of that stuff. I'd rather go into actual town to go to Walmart. Wi-Fi and data services are different. Her phone didn't update because it sounds like Verizon doesn't have cell service where she is. They're out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, Mama A. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have any cell service out there. Nothing. She's not going to make a call or anything like that. Hey, Max, how are you doing? Poppy's wearing you out? That's a good thing, isn't it? Just ate some spicy ramen noodles. My guess is I've got, well, pork's the only, I don't know, in the cupboard out there. There's beef and there's chicken, but I buy the pork by the case. And now I have slowed down significantly. I was eating a bowl of ramen noodles every morning, but I've slowed down on that significantly. You know, hey, yo, how are you doing, Mac Power? Mac Power, do you work yet tonight, or are you off for the weekend? I see we ain't gonna make it all the way to the front. 325 bushel, we are full. I don't want to run through our corn here. So we'll have a little patch left there. And I know this will fill the truck up, so we'll get to the rest of that wagon full, and then we're just going to park this for right now. We'll have to run both trucks to town, get some money. I did not back up. I stopped. Waiting to unload. Switch back to days Wednesday. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so let's shut that down. Let's come out here. We'll get in this truck and get it to town and emptied. I want to speed up just a little bit. I like my little whirly light. I also like to have hazards on. So here we go. It's not a long trip, and I don't fly by any means. I like to enjoy the trip, to be honest. 5 dogs right now, all between 9 months and 2 years. Yeah, that, yep, that'll wear you out, Max. What's the most you guys have had out there, bud? I'm gonna sit here and start slamming water because I am thirsty, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna need to take a break at 2 o'clock to go to the bathroom. So we got our other truck still sitting right back there. It's at the other field yet. We can only hold safely as 15. We're not a big shelter. You want me to be honest? I think that's bigger than what we've got here in our county, bud. I'll bet they can't get much more than 10 in there. I did. So I'll be honest. Mac Power, I'm not real excited. I didn't feel comfortable. I'll put it that way. I did not reschedule an appointment. There is a doctor that Mama uses in Lima, who apparently her specialty is sugar. But Mama sees her for her thyroid. What I would think of anybody, she would know exactly what I need. A family doctor. I need a doctor that when I have the sniffles and they're bad enough I have to go see a doctor, that I can go. I don't want someone that I only go to for sugar issues. I'm not looking for that. That to me is a specialist. I need a family doctor. And she just kind of mentioned it before she took off on the cruise. And I've got so many other things that I want to talk to her about and what have you, that I got other things I think are of a little more importance while she's on this cruise and doesn't have Wi-Fi. It appears she has no Wi-Fi, no cell service. Going on to shore, and I thought she said they were in Halifax. I could have swore she told me that at some point. I'll pull up here to dump and I'll check again. But apparently that while they're in there, they do have service, but so father-in-law can't go on a cruise unless at every stop they have some sort of itinerary, a thing they're doing, a special trip. In the cruises I've been on, I don't need to do that. I don't need to have a special itinerary. Number one, in all honesty, being on that cruise ship, I like that enough, and I enjoy that enough that I don't have to go on shore and go somewhere every stop the boat makes. We cover 3 counties and how remote the area is. Oh, I understand. So let me see if I can catch that. Apparently my sister-in-law's brother got rushed to the ICU and he's got pneumonia, and they were discussing do not resuscitate. So I mean, yeah. Okay, she's in St. John's Bay, seeing Halifax all day today is where she's at right now. Oh, I guess they got the sister-in-law's brother stable. So that's a good thing there. See, this is bad. This is about $6,000 per trip. I think the best price on corn is going to be on the 3rd day of December. But I'm going to be honest, we can't sit and wait. We got to shell, so we don't run into a pinch. So we're getting hurt on what our selling price is on both the beans and the corn this year. Nothing we can do. I prefer being on the boat, to be honest. Days at sea are my favorite. I love days at sea. I do. There's so much to do on the boat. I mean, there really is. On the cruises Mom and I have been on, they have trivia type challenges, and I love going down and competing in them. They have bingo, and with the bingo, I mean, you can set yourself up where you can win an entire free cruise. They've got some really neat things on that ship. There's so many places you can go and things you can do that you could get on the ship and not get off of it. You know, you could do a 2-week cruise and never get off the ship and be perfectly happy. You know, when we were in Alaska, you know, in Juneau, we all the guys, so when I say guys, it's me and my father-in-law and brother-in-law, we went fishing, and we were told we were going halibut fishing, and we went rock fish fishing instead. And the ladies went to a glacier and got to see it. And then we did get a few hours in Juneau where we were kind of free and on our own, and I enjoyed that. Now, don't get me wrong, the fishing would have been different. You're allowed, when you're catching rockfish, you're allowed 5 normal rockfish a day and 1 abnormal, and that's it. You're done. You can't catch anymore. That's the limit. I dropped the pole in the water 3 times. You're running a splitter, so you got 2 hooks down there. 3 drops, 6 fish. I was done for the day. I caught my abnormal and I caught my 5 normals. I had 6 fish on the boat before anybody else caught the first fish. My father-in-law is a lot better fisherman than I am. My brother-in-law probably is too. I just got lucky. Well, when you catch your 6 and you limit out, you have to sit in the cabin of the boat all day. I couldn't even sit out on the dock and enjoy the sun and hanging out with everybody. No, I had to sit in the boat. It really wasn't fun. But when we had our free time, we went to, and Skagway and Juneau both have one. One's red something, the other's red something else, but they're bars, old style bars. And the one in Juneau actually has Wyatt Earp's pistols on the wall. And I really wanted to go see them, and we did. We went down and see them. We had more fun doing that than we did, you know, the rest of the day. In Skagway, same thing, had a whole trip set up. You know, here's what we're going to do. We followed the trip. When we got done, Mom and I kind of broke off on our own and discovered Skagway, and I loved it. It was a lot of fun. So here we go. We're going to try to turn. I pray we ain't got a car right behind us. We did. Sorry, buddy. But I did. I enjoyed Skagway. Both Skagway wasn't as bad. We got up into Canada and all that stuff. Okay, so now, do I have that other truck? Is it? It is. So, day 3, we went at Ketchikan. We didn't have an excursion, is what they're called. We didn't have an excursion. Me and Mama got off the boat, and we found a cab right there. The guy was our age. He actually had a Harley Davidson t-shirt on. And we went up and we said we were going to use him in the beginning. But I said we need to go. I wanted to go to the local Harley dealership because I wanted poker chips from that dealership. And Mama had to go to a jewelry store because you buy the bracelet on the boat, and then at each place we stopped, you can then go in there and you can get pendants to go on that bracelet. He said no problem. So he took us down. We went to Harley first, and then jumped back in. He waited for us. Jumped back in, went right around the corner, and took us to the jewelry store. We come back out, and I said, how much is it for, just a whole tour of the city, everything combined? And I think he said $50. I think it was $50. I said, let's do it. Everything you could have done on the excursions, we did. He took us down to where they have the boats from Deadliest Catch, and we got to see all the boats. We got to see one of the captains. I can't tell you who it was. They have a big logging expedition there, and he took us up to a place up on a hill and overlooked the whole damn thing. We got to sit there and watch the logging. I ended up, I think I gave him $70, which was half the price of any excursion in town, and we had the best trip. Hey JB, how are you doing? My brother always hooked a bird. I've never hooked a bird in my life. How the hell do you hook a bird when you're fishing? You drop it down in. Caribbean, wherever I was. The days at sea kind of bore me. I'm looking forward to cities. So when we were in the Caribbean, we went to, oh lordy, where were the 2 towns we went to? Cozumel, however you pronounce it. And we went to the Hard Rock there. We got to swim with dolphins there. When they were going to the Hard Rock, I wanted to go to a local, just a 7-Eleven, not a tourist place. I was looking for Mexican cans of Monster is what I was looking for. And yeah, I got hit up in the back of the store asking me if I wanted some cocaine to take on the ship with me. Oh yeah, it was something else. I told the guy, I said, dude, I'm a police officer. You probably shouldn't be offering that to be back here. But yeah, when he tapped me on the shoulder, I had a can of Monster in my hand. When I got somebody tapped me on the shoulder in a 7-Eleven in Mexico, I slid that can to where I kind of had it in my hand like this, and I was ready to swing with the can in my hand. I didn't know what was going on. But yeah, I got the heck out of there. Pouring down rain. Everybody's sitting in the front of 7-Eleven waiting for the rain to stop. Nope, not me. I got the hell out of there. I was afraid them 2 guys was going to jump my ass. I got out of there and got down to Hard Rock, and I'm just soaking wet. Costa Maya, I think's the other one we went to. And we went, now Steve, this in here, we went and seen Aztec ruins. That was really neat. I really enjoyed that. But that's one of them things. I don't know if I went back down again and was at Costa Maya again and got a chance to see him again, I may. I mean, it was really neat, and I like my history. So, and I know I'm behind on chat here. Hold on. I'd like to see a great white shark. We've never seen anything like that. Hey, John Franks, how are you doing? All those short tourist trips details sound like too boring for the benefits of seeing a great white. Well, our 4th day, our 4th day on the Alaskan cruise, we went to Victoria, Canada, where they had a boat trip, and we were supposed to go out and see dolphins, is what the whole deal was on this trip. We got out there, and we seen a lot of seals, which was really neat. We did get to see the killer whale, the black and the white Shamu killer whale, and clear at the end. So I guess you must have a guy that's out there just driving around, and he's keeping track of where the dolphins are at. And then when these tourist boats, like we were on, load up, they tap into his radio, and he tells them where they're at, and they take the boats out there to see them. And orca, we've always called them killer whales over here, but yes, I think that's the proper name. But anyhow, we get so we went upstairs on this boat. It was 2-story, and when we got up there, they only had room for one more. And we got up there, and there was a family. It was a husband, a wife, and 2 kids, and there was only room for one more person, and that was max capacity. So the husband came up, and he was kind of sitting there. Now, we were sitting on one side of the boat, and we were fortunate when we seen. You got to understand, the only thing on that whole trip, the one thing my wife wanted to see more than anything, she wanted to see the dolphins. And when we did see them, they were on our side of the boat, so we wasn't looking across the boat. And sure as shit, that guy smuggles his wife and his 2 kids up there, and all of a sudden there's the dolphins, and they're up and standing right in front of us. And I got hot real quick, and I stood up. I could get up and get to the gate. Mama was on my right, they were in front of her. She couldn't see anything. I got up and got to the gate. I put my hand on the gate, and then I just started going down. I didn't care if I shoved them back down the first floor. I honestly didn't care. I was pissed. And then I grabbed her and pulled her up, because the one thing that woman wanted to see on that trip, she was going to see. And this guy that was cheating by bringing his family up there when they weren't allowed to, we were over capacity, you're not going to block my wife's view. I asserted my size, I'll put it that way. Did you know dolphins can kill great white sharks? I did. If I remember right, they go way down, they dive way down, and then they shoot up fast, and they hit the great white in the stomach really hard, and you get I don't know what you call it's not a flock of dolphins, whatever it is, a group of dolphins. You get 8 or 10 of them that are constantly doing that, and it'll kill the great white. They'll kill the killer shark. Any of them. Yep, I knew that. I know some people may think that I was an ass by grabbing that rail and kind of shoving and clearing the way out, but like I say, on a I think that was a 7-day cruise, and on that cruise, my wife had one thing she wanted to see, and I was going to make damn sure she seen them. Is it a school? Yeah, that's right, it is a school. Yeah, can you see a flock of fish? A flock of dolphins? That was dumb. Yes, I'm awake. I got one puppy right there. Oh, I got one puppy right there. They're not far. So now I'm going to have to get back to work shelling corn. Our playtime in town's done. How many do I have there? Half the town. Yeah, they're going to get down here and turn around. Guess what, guys? We're going right here. You're driving, you're speeding. I don't know if that truck down there will hold of that, but we're going to give her a heck of a shot. Well, I jumped out and about got ran over by a car. Oops. Wow, you see that? That's not realistic. Let's see if we can at least get it in there before we're empty. Okay, they're at it again. I don't know which one did it. One of the dogs has gas. Man. Really? Wow. I love crystal clear blue water like a beach where you can see the bottom. Now that, we didn't see that in Alaska, but in the Caribbean we did. You know, them. So the Caribbean was fun. In all honesty, it never got super, super hot. Now on the Caribbean, I do still have a picture. I don't think it got transferred over where I can show you guys. But we got into a storm on the boat, and I know I can find it on my phone and bring it up, but I'm going to be dead honest. I don't think I can hold it up all I want, and I don't think you guys are able to see it. Should be right here with. Yeah, see, there's all the pictures from that cruise. And I'm not seeing it right there, but we got in to a bad storm. I mean, the boat was a rockin'. And it should be right. Oh, there it is. There it is. And I'm sure you guys won't be able to see it. But the winds coming across the boat were 60 mile an hour. Yes. Oh, well, I don't know. Yeah, right there, where it's got the arrow on the boat, something about speed, 60 mile an hour winds coming across that boat. And yeah, that was sketchy. In the room, the doors, on the cabinets, boom. Boom, 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 all night. That's the night that I got in trouble. I was going down and I was going to cash in my winnings from the casino. That's the trip I won all the money on. And I went down, cashed it in, and then I ran down to the bar. We had a bartender at a certain bar that me and her both liked. And I'll be honest, on that entire trip, we had never been drunk. You know, she may have had one drink, I may have had two or three, and then we would, you know, head out. So I went down there to see him, and I did. I had a few drinks, and he come up to me finally and said, "Hey, are you going to be here much longer?" And I said, "Well, I'm not done yet." "Why?" He said, "Because we don't have any more Miller Lite here." He said, "I'll have to run to another bar and bring some back." And he said, "If you're going to be here for a bit, I will." I said, "Yeah, I'll drink some more." So he ran just to another bar on the ship, picked some up, brought them back, so we had cold. And you know, he's servicing different people at the bar, but he was spending the majority of his time down there, and him and I were just chatting, having a good time. And all of a sudden, I start seeing these people come through. I said, where are all these guys coming from?" He's like, "Oh, the big show they have a big, at the end of the boat, it is a big movie theater type stage and everything, and they do shows there, and I think they did one a night. Every night it was something different, and they are big shows." And I said, "You know, where are these people coming from?" And he's like, "Oh, the show at the back of the boat just let out." And I said, "What?" See, I was supposed to meet my wife, mother and father-in-law, brother and sister-in-law at this show. And I didn't make it. I was at the bar. And I looked at him and I said, "If you see a pissed off redheaded lady coming this way, will you please warn me?" He said, "Buddy, I see that pissed off redheaded lady coming this way." He said, "You on your own. I'm going to the back." Gee, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. So she never came down. So I know when I left the bar, and I did. So number one, these were 16-ounce cans, not the 12-ounce. So when you drink, 9 of them, you've had a 12-pack. I was probably 10 or 11 in. I had more than a 12-pack. And I remember walking back to the room that night, and normally after that many beers, I'd have a little bit of a sway to me. I mean, I can still walk. I'm not tripping and falling, but I'd have a little sway. And I swear to God, that boat shaking like it was, I walked right down the center of the hallway, dead straight. Never missed a beat. My sway and the sway of the ship were working together. But yeah, I got back to the room, and let's just say Mama was pissed. She had every right to be. She really did. She had every right to be pissed. Oh well. Pacific Ocean, I think, is one of those blue. I see a few videos from Navy ships, and you get down the Caribbean, and it's that way down there. I'm talking, you Snake Man, you can go out there, and that water may be 100 foot deep, and you can see the water, you can see the sand at the bottom, you can see everything. It's just crystal clear, beautiful. Okay, so we can definitely tell we're not going to make it to the front. So I'm going to go to the far side of that one over there. So I've got 2 sets of short rows together. That's the plan. We'll try to fill her all the way up, get up to 100%. Smethwick did say I need to keep an eye on the price of silage. I probably ought to check that real quick. Probably ought to check it. Yeah, I'm at 88%. I'm not going to check it right now because I'll foobar, and then by the time I get back, I'll be driving through standing corn and the combine's full, and yeah. I don't want to take that chance. From ocean to the weather, does Ohio get tornadoes or other bad weather effects? So, hurricanes, from time to time, it's not even a tropical storm anymore. It's just a big rain event. We could have that happen. I'm going to be honest, that may only happen once every 5 years. You know, we get decent little wind and what have you. It's nothing more than a normal storm for me, in my opinion. We do get tornadoes. This year has been kind of sketchy, because I'll be honest, we had, what was it, in the month of April, we had already surpassed the most tornadoes ever in Ohio in a year. So we can get that, but we're not in, you know, I saw a lot of things this year where they were saying, well, the tornado alley has moved and Ohio's in tornado alley. No, it ain't. You know, we've always had some. We just don't have a lot. So, you know, yes, we do have some, but it's nothing to write home about. It's not like we live out in Oklahoma or Texas or anything like that. You know, so you get out west, you know, into Nebraska, Kansas, and that, you have a lot of irrigation going on because they simply don't, their annual rainfall numbers are significantly lower than what we're going to have here. We're a lot better off than what they are in that aspect. So you don't see a lot of irrigation. You know, we got a guy out in the marsh that he just got more money and he knows what to do with, so he does have a center pivot set up, but outside of that, in this area, we don't have much, if any. You get into southern, I guess it would be western Michigan and northern Indiana, you got a lot of seed corn production that goes on in that area, and they will have some center pivots running there just to guarantee if it gets dry. This year, I'd have loved to have center pivots on every farm I own, because this year here, this summer, was the driest summer in recorded history in our area. It beat the record for the least amount of rainfall that was set in 1906. So, yes, we have some droughty issues. It can get very hot for extended periods of time, and you'll see corn plants roll. So when a corn plant, when the leaves start rolling, they're protecting the water that's in there. It's not a good sign. It's a good sign that it's rolling and protecting itself. But when that happens, you know you're hot and dry. But we also have, like in 2019, it never stopped raining. The first day I could plant, first day I could get into the field IRL was June 16th. So we get into that stuff. Hurricanes really, I mean, it's just like a storm when it gets to here, honestly. But anywhere, Florida, the Carolinas can get into it. We've had massive ones hit up in New Jersey, New York, Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi. You can get some massive ones fire up in the Gulf, Hey, he told me to look at the pricing on silage, and I still haven't done it. He only told me an hour ago. See, I think it's going to be silages here. But ag bag, silo, this is different places. Show price fluctuation. So it actually looks like January is the best price for silage. $144.50. But when I go here, oh wow, we're awful close to that. We may need, I really want to get to corn shelled, and my reasoning is, here again, we're gonna bounce back in here, and we're gonna go to, no, not money, let's go to weather. So they're calling for snow, both the second and the third day of December in here, and we have to have the corn shelled by right here, end of story. So if I come up here, we are good. We're perfectly good till 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. We may, by the time I get done in this field, if it gets us into noon and we're still good, we're liable to advance forward to 7 o'clock in the morning, and then that field in front of us, we'll take it off tomorrow and make more money out of it. And in that case, we'll try to have both trucks totally full, but we'll try to gauge it where, we're rolling the dice here. I have not cut I haven't cut any of the yards. No, I've cut since July. Who is this guy? Mr. Big Pick, how are you doing, buddy? You on the road, or you at home with family? Big Pick, I threw a short out. All I'm doing with shorts is just trying to get some subscribers in here. We're trying to monetize over here, so we're live streaming to get the hours in, and then we're throwing some shorts up to try to get the subscribers in. And when I saw you comment on that short, I'm like, holy smokes! But how have you been? I don't know. It's probably been a solid 2 weeks since I mowed, Graham. But the only reason I mowed, the grass didn't need mowed. The buckhorn was up, and I basically chopped the buckhorn up. The buckhorn is not really up right now. I'll bet you $100 I don't. Mama will be on this cruise. I won't mow before she gets home. I will not mow before she gets home. It's that dry. Okay, we're going to play games again here rather than going forward and back and leaving a little here. I'm trying to keep all our short rows over there together. So I'm going to hang a left here, and I'm going to go back on the south side over here. And then I will come forward on the north side because I don't have enough capacity to get the whole round in. And I'm hoping by doing this, I can do this way. I'll have all my short rows over here. I don't know. I get this peeled off. I don't think I'm halfway done yet. I'll say we finish this field here today before 4. But that one back there, I guess I shouldn't be in any race, because I don't know for sure when that snow is coming in day 2 of December. But I think we can make significantly more money if we don't turn it in till then. I'm feeling good, Big Pick. I'm kind of unsupervised here for until a week from today. No, a week and a day from today. We kind of got some bad news. We found out that Austin has cancer for the 3rd time. And Austin was going with my father-in-law on a cruise. They were up the East Coast and into Canada and everything. So Mama Austin couldn't go. Austin starts chemo on Monday. And Mama went on that cruise. It broke my father-in-law's heart. The man was going to celebrate, well, he's still going to celebrate his 95th birthday on the cruise. But he was really looking forward to having his little buddy on that cruise with him, and it ain't going to happen. It's tough. We're gonna get a big chunk of this done. I had planned. I appreciate that, buddy. I really, really do. I had planned on taking puppies to the bathroom at 2, but I'm gonna be honest, they're asleep. We're gonna roll the dice and let them sleep as long as they can. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. So, Big Pick, how are things with you and your family? The one thing that's really rough for me to get used to over here is the delay. The delay is real. I can ask a question, and based on the delay, it could be 3 minutes before I get an answer. And I know people are answering as soon as they get the question, but doing well, can't complain at all. Started coaching my son's junior American football team. We're getting better. Oh, good deal. Good deal. I never had the opportunity to coach Austin when he played football when he was younger. We had some pretty good coaches here, and it was folks that's already been in that position, and they, what have you, and I didn't get the opportunity. I'd have loved to have done that then, though, and be a part of that. That would have been amazing. Yeah, I mean, definitely enjoy every minute of that. Enjoy it like no other. One thing I have learned from all this with Austin, man, life's short, and take every minute and enjoy every minute you can. Never know when you're going to get a curveball thrown your way. That boy's 28 years old now. It's bad that I've actually got to think about it. No, he's 29, and he's battling cancer for the 3rd damn time. He ain't never done anybody wrong. What he ever do to deserve this? And I get shit like that going through my mind all the time, and I know it's life. It's what we tagged in for. I know Smith, now Smethwick, I'm sure, is back at work now. He was in here for a bit. I know he's hell-bent on me doing this sweet and hot while we're live. I ain't positive I want anybody to see that, to be honest. That's kind of rough. I don't think people are as excited about seeing that simply because, oh, I've had that stuff before. It ain't that hot. Maybe to you it ain't. I was ready to cry when I got into that crap. Man, that was bad. I ain't sure. Oh, that's what happened. 2 o'clock? Want to knock this out quick. Wait, watch. I'm gonna need to go to the restroom before they do. We'll try to hold it off long as possible. Let them sleep. I think I put everybody to sleep. Kind of hard to be bright-eyed, bushy-tailed just watching an old cleaner go back and forth in a cornfield. I understand. Whoa. What just happened? Hey, sweetheart. She rolls down on her side. She sticks her front paw up. She's like, belly rub. I need a belly rub. Sweetie, from this chair, it's hard to get down there. Oh, that feels so good, don't it? She does. She needs some recliner time this afternoon. Yeah, guys, I'm not going to extend it. I'm not going to extend over here today at 4 o'clock. We're definitely going to call it. I'm going to spend a little bit of time with them. They're already hurting knowing Mama's gone. They can't figure out why Mama hasn't come back in. She walked out with a suitcase and they're like, where'd Mama go? So I know they're hurting. Last night I didn't even give him the opportunity. Last night I did give him 2 crackers. And they both crackers did not get in the kennels. You know, they thought, oh, you gonna let us out again tonight? Nope. We are going into the kennels now. So I let them do that, and then I turned around and I just stood up and walked over to the kennels, and they got up and walked right in. They knew it was time for bed. They went in, they slept. Slept good, even. Am I too close? Oh. I should fill the wagon up, but I won't get the combine empty. Oh. I'm not going to have enough to... Yeah, I ain't even going to try that. I'll be at 100% and I'm going to have just a few rows there. That ain't going to work. Nope. Back and turn. By the time I get that auger where I want it, I'll be empty. So let's go ahead and get this these 12 rows down here finished. I don't think I'm half done yet. I think I got a little more to go. That truck and wagon's ready to go into town. What is it, 10:37? I don't know if it'll show that or not. I did want to do a little more. I need to keep an eye on this pricing, and I know it's going to be a bear. So silage, it's saying the high price is $144.50, but here, ag bag silo, I'm assuming, I don't know where I'm going with it, and I've got wrap silage. So is that the wrap silage, or is that down here? You know, grass says no selling point. I have square bales, but there's nothing there. It's got to be... See, this I think is loose. So I don't know if this is the ag bag or the silo or what it is. I have no clue. Unless I'm missing where silage is at on there. If someone else knows, please let me know. Wow. 22 viewers, average viewer duration, 22 minutes and 22 seconds. So this finishes off this end, and going back over here. Hey Schwoke, how are you doing? So as I'm going, I don't see. It's not alfalfa. See, I did not see anything else as far, over here. I saw nothing. It's got to be this up here at the top. So if I am going off this silage, which one of these places am I looking at? In all honesty, because if 144.50, they say that's the top and it's in January. I've got some numbers here. Right here, I'm at 145.82, but that's at a 60-foot ag bag. So now is what I've got shouldn't go in there. That's where I'm not sure how you go about selling it. How I go about pricing it. Do I throw one bale on a trailer and take it down and try to sell it somewhere and see how much I get for the bale? That's just a good, honest question. And away we go. Did you sleep good tonight, Schwoke? or I guess last night. Hey guys, I'm here and I'm watching, but I've got to take this. I'll unmute in a second. Hey Brandon. Hey there, Ninja Farmer. How are you doing, buddy? Yeah, Cowboy Mike's, I'm still muted. I got a farmer that I missed a call from the other day, and I just wanted to chat with him real quick, but I'll be right back. Guys, I apologize for that. So you've heard me talk a lot about the one grower I was really, really close to. Something ever happened to him, it would be like I lost my own dad. But he called me the other day, and I missed him. And he just called back again today, and I just wanted to make sure he wasn't telling me something was wrong. That's the reason I definitely took that call. I just wanted to make sure nothing was wrong. But he was concerned. He just wanted to know how if I had been into harvest yet, and I told him I had, and I said I'm still week and a half, 2 weeks off. He's got some early beans out, and he's been into some beans. He's been into some corn in this area, in a field. His yield monitor. So now you get into a certain area, it can go really high, and then you get out of that area, it can go really low. He said the one field of corn he saw as high as 275, he saw as low as 145 in one field. The field averaged 175. That field should have averaged 210. So yields off there. He said on the bean side, he is seeing anything. Now this is his own stuff that he has run through and he has harvested. His early beans, he's seen as low as 52 and as high as 70. I'm going to be dead honest. I get out there and get into 70 bushel an acre beans, I'm going to be a pretty damn happy camper. I don't have 70 bushel an acre beans out there. I told him my guess was I was going to end up between 50 and 60 IRL, true numbers. So we'll have to see where it all goes to and how it all works out. Hey you checking out? You making sure there's no crackers down there? You think I dropped a cracker under my desk? She's checking out under the desk. So, you know what he's saying, he's seeing directly from the combine seat, real close to what I think I was seeing. I mean, real close. So, we'll see. Hey, no, you need to get down. So that's where we're at. But guys, I apologize. I did. That was a very important call. I was scared to death he was telling me something was wrong. What I am going to do here real quick, I'm going to dump. It is time. I'm dancing in my seat here. So I'm going to come over here and get going, but I'm going to hire a guy to make this next round. Oh wow, that truck's full. I guess that's a good thing. It's showing here in game 206.4 bushel an acre is what we're getting. But I'm going to hire a guy here for 1 second so you guys got some hard hitting action. Don't mess with me. But I'm going to hire a guy long enough just to run into the restroom real quick. No, Midnight, please don't do that. This is bad. But guys, I will be. Please don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Give me 1 second, and I'll have camera back up and running again. Holy smokes, that was close. Yeah, midnight you started that drip, and it's like, man, I got to get out of here in a hurry. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. I throw that up right now. If you like what you're seeing here, yeah, dude, you've been on the phone for 10 minutes, then you went to the bathroom for 5. Holy smokes. Again, I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Headset is on. Where am I at here? Those are on. And he's at 67%. He'll make it almost back to the end. I'm going to let him go ahead and make one more round. I got we have something new coming out. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, so guys, over here on Advanced GG, we have 2 new flavors, limited edition, coming out. One is called Vampire Venom. These are limited edition for Halloween. And it says, get an infusion of energy with this cherry-powered fruit punch. And then it says, warning, this product may cause sensitivity to sunlight. And then the other new one is called Vanilla Scream Latte. Our cauldron isn't bubbling this year. Instead, we've brewed up a bewitching sweet vanilla cream latte that hits all the right fall cravings. Oh yeah, yeah. And by the way, guys, if you do use that code, if you happen to want to order something quickly, we're on a 15% boost for the next 24 hours. So I would say until tomorrow, you get 15% off your order instead of 10. Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to do some work and hope I can pull that off, because I really want to try both of those. Those 2 flavors sound really good. Okay, I doubt we make it clear back to the truck, but we're gonna make it real close, guys. We'll make it real close. I did grab a water while I was up. Says I have a phone notification, and that's yeah, see, I don't know why I don't. Felicity, Ohio. I mean, who? It says potential spam. My guess is it's some election stuff that's going on. I guess there's a lot of people up here that are getting calls about voting. Going kind of rampant. Somebody made a comment on Facebook the other day, if they got one more call, they were going to lose their shit or something, and I'm never going to go that far. So I don't remember. It looks like the truck is full. It looks like I'm on the wagon. This whoop. We're definitely going to need one more truck down here. So that's another $12,000 down here. It gets us up to $85,000. You coming back to this said after stream later. What in the world is going on? Okay, Chevrolet, it's 100% full. So I'm not positive what map we're on tonight on the other side. I don't know if we'll go ahead and... Whoa! Whoa! Hey, Ramrod, let's start the combine. I don't know if we're going to go ahead and finish harvest on Midwest, or if we dare try something on Spring Creek. But it'll be one of those two maps from 7 to 11 tonight, Dairy Kid. I know, or no, I guess no, not harvest, planting. I know that I've got the big field 92s 2/3 done. I got to finish it. And then that last farm we bought, which is farm 109, it's got a north and a south field, big fields. I got to finish those two. And then all the planting's done. And then from there we can roll into spraying, because we got some weeds out there we need to get sprayed. I think that's the direction I want to go to get it done. You know, and maybe work on Spring Creek tomorrow. It's going to be hard to come back in here and stream on this one after that, because, you know, I stay on until Coburn's off. So I'm on till 1 a.m. and I got to be ready to stream at noon the next day. You know, I've got a noon stream with if we got everyone here. I mean, if we go live and we've only got a few people, I'll be dead honest, I can't, you know, if we've only got 2 people, I can't do that. I don't know how we ended up where we are right here. Yeah, this is ridiculous. See, the head on the combine is down far enough that I am not getting... I couldn't even turn. We're gonna go like that. I don't know how we got 1 row extra, but we do. But I'll be honest, Dairy Kid, if we go to do that tomorrow and we don't have enough people, I'm probably going to flip over here. And there's a good chance, I mean, it's hot outside. I'm not looking to go out and do a whole lot outside. There's a good chance I'm just going to sit over here tomorrow and could do a noon to midnight. I don't know. You know, I don't want to make... What is so upsetting is when you're over on the other side, and let's say you only have 2 people show up. They want to go ahead and do this. They're excited to go live. That's why they're sitting there. And then, you know, when it's just 2 people, it doesn't make a lot of sense. The thing is, if I knew that I had 2 more people that were going to come in 15 minutes later, they were just running behind or something, that makes a big difference. But I don't, you know, I don't have notifications. I have no way of knowing that. I know that I have had a boatload of people contact me and say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to make it tomorrow. I got this going on, that going on. Hey, I got no problem with that. I really don't. I want IRL to come first in everybody here's life. That's first and foremost. And on that other hand, I definitely appreciate folks warning me. So normally, guys, if you only got 1 row that you're running, you generally run it right to the center of the combine. So in cab view, this is, you know, I'm coming right up here. Less room, it comes right up, it hits there, it's already almost at the throat, right up the throat it goes. Where if you run out here on the side, it's got to come, you know, the auger has to bring it in and what have you. So this is how you would normally run this. What do you want? You've been sitting out there in the sun, big guy. Yes, you have. You got a hot head. Hashtag Team Austin. John Franks, thank you, brother. Thank you very, very much. You can turn around, but you better get out of the trash can. You will get your butt spanked if you get in the trash can. Yes. No trash can for Gibbs. No trash can for Gibbs. You don't need in there, big guy. No, you don't. He's sitting here looking at me like, but Dad, I need in there. No, you don't. Hey, listen, we're not going to do that either, okay? Oh, come on. I cannot believe I hit the wrong button. Okay, everything's down. We're cooking again. See, being a big baby. Hey. What just... Oh, cruise control didn't set. You're okay. Yes, you are. No. Hey, we've been through this. Down. Down. One of these days we're going to learn. Yeah, definitely. 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock we'll call it here. I'm going to run them outside. May try to give them a little bit of food, and then it's going to be a little bit of puppy time, guys. They need some love, and I know they're missing Mom a lot worse than what I realize. I know I'm missing her. It's one of them that, hey, I kind of like a little bit of a break, but on that other hand, I hate that she's not here. She's got a lot of work she needs to do out there on the embroidery thing, and she wants to get it all caught up and everything, and you know. So I do believe both trucks are 100% full. And this is going to be dumped 68%. Yeah, I can do it. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to lay one shot down this side so that all the corn we have left is right here. You wait and watch. It's going to change up here. Yep, it sure is. I'm going to have to go out some. I thought it was out further in the front and then it went in at the back. No, it goes out in the back. You know what? Yeah, I know I'm missing her, guys. I almost wish I'd have never moved it. I almost wish I'd have taken this clear to the back, because I'll have enough to grab that single row going to the front. And then we'd have had a straight shot and we'd have been on the same line as the other side. What I did just foobarred, and we're going to have one row halfway across the field. That's my fault. What you get for not thinking. Nah, I should have never moved, and we'd have had two rows here, and then what I'm going to do here, we're at 90%. I got plenty to turn around and grab that other row, but I could have grabbed two rows and we'd have been on the same lines on this side we are on the other side. But I didn't think about it. Oh, Smethwick Schwoke was in here. He said hello. He never popped in the game or anything. He just said hello in here. So we're going to get this up front. And guys, we got two trucks we got to dump. No, we still got that field back there, corn, but I'm going to be honest, as I'm thinking here, we can have that field done in a certain length of time. We know the corn is going to sell for more money on December 2nd. So I'm thinking real hard about seeing if I can't finish this field here. Now let's back up a step. So we're going to do some math and maybe do a little bit of gambling here. It's going to save. And Smethwick, you may have to help me where this is going. But so we know on our calendar, on our Pioneer corn, we can shell it all through December and we're fine. When we look at weather, so we know here on December 2nd we got snow coming, but when we come up here, we are perfectly good clear till 10 o'clock in the morning. Our price of corn right here is going to be higher than what our price of corn is right now. We know we're good till 10 o'clock in the morning. So I could push till 7. If I advance forward right now in time, till 7 a.m., the price of corn on these two loads would be higher. And then I have this much time to get, where are we at here? I have this little bit left in this field, and this field's all I've got. I can get that in 2 hours. 2 hours I can have those two fields down. So why don't we hold off as long as possible? Why don't I advance forward till 7 a.m.? That gives us guaranteed 3 hours to get these two fields here out, and every bushel gets more money. Right now I got a little over 1,000 bushel right there. I got a little over 1,000 bushel right there. If we can get another $1 a bushel, there's 1,000, there's 2,000 in our pocket higher. Plus there's another truck there, and there's probably 3 trucks here, 4 trucks. It's a $6,000 swing. I almost think we should do that. Okay, here's my silage question. Is this my silage right here? If so, what price am I looking at? Bag sales, silo. I mean, oops. You know, I would assume that bag sales is probably what I'm looking at. And I mean, if I come down here, 144.50 in January definitely shows as the high. And bag sales is 142.42. Okay, but where, that's what I don't know. Where is, oh, it is bale sales. So we're at 142.42, so we're not there yet. So if we're going to roll the dice here, let me scroll down here and go to Pioneer Corn, and we're at 597. Where's my mouse? We're at 597. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. We got to step out of the truck. Here we go. 7 a.m. We know the weather's good. It does show a big jump in January. So we were at 597. The first thing we're going to do when we jump in, we're going to jump in here. Look where we're at right now. We just made another $1 a bushel. So now we need to jump to weather quick. We're good till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're good till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we got all kinds of time. Now, down here, let's scroll back up and see where we're at here. Silage. And again, See, now it's showing that it is going up a little in January, but it's showing a big increase here in December. But we're still at 144.50, and the current price at bale sales is 146.50. So I know what I definitely need to do here. I know it's 7 a.m. It is on the dark side. Let's get this truck down here and get it emptied. Get it back to the field. We just made $1 a bushel more by that. That worked. Fixing to leave, but hey, just Katie and I appreciate that. We're only going to go out of here for another hour and 10 minutes. I need me a little. Well, I think the puppies need a little bit of me time is what they need. I'm liable, because I'll be honest, getting them both in the recliner at the same time, man, that's a pain. I'm liable to just go out and toss the pillow on the floor and lay down on the floor and just work them over. I've changed it from January to December. You roll into January. And see, that scares me. I think let's focus right now. Let's focus on getting this corn off. You know, I've got till 2 o'clock today to get everything shelled. Let's focus on getting the corn off. I'd almost like to go forward to 8 o'clock instead of 7. If we could advance forward to 8 o'clock, that still gives us 6 hours to get the corn shelled, and then we figure the silage out. No, them puppies aren't spoiled. No, not at all. Hey, Schwoke, I never said they weren't spoiled. They're spoiled. I've said 1,000 times that they got me wrapped right around their paws. And she knows it. He's big enough, he don't care. When he needs loving, he just pushes his way up and says, I'm getting some loving right now. You know. But if it does change, it shouldn't change a whole lot, should it? I mean, at 2 o'clock's what they're calling for the snow. It shouldn't change to much worse than that. I'm not a huge fan of being out in the dark. I mean, I'm not opposed. Where is... It's right there. Yeah, see, that I couldn't even see where I was going here. I mean, I could definitely at 7 o'clock... Well, by the time we get to later, we'll have that first field pulled off. It'll be done. Me time. Yeah, see, I started that wagon and it did not dump. Now it's dumping. I can let that get down close to 80% before I even start to dump the truck. It's a pain in the butt. Hear them dryers kicking on? That's a realistic sound. You hear that at the elevator. 83, 82, 81, 80, and go. There we go. $7,000 on the nose. So we know the price is continuing to go up. So rather than to take that other truck and bring it up here right now, I'm going to fill this one. I'll fill this in. Hopefully we get to some daylight. We'll get moved to that last field of corn. And you don't know, it may go up another 50 cents between now and then. Granted, it ain't gonna go that high in the time it's gonna take me to finish that, but I mean, it could increase, even if it's, oh Lord, there's a car there. Even if it only increases a nickel a bushel, that's another nickel across 1,000 bushels. I do not know what they're going crazy about. Hey, I did find, so the other day, Mama, I found one of her purple comfy socks out in the living room, and it not supposed to be in the living room. But I couldn't find the other one. I thought, oh Lord. Well, I found the other one when I went in to go to the bathroom. It's there. It's not chewed or anything. They did pull it out. It's not chewed. But it is not their toy. They're not supposed to have it. If she was to see it, she would be hot. So I got both of her purple socks, and they're hidden again. Another thing I think I want to do here this afternoon between the two streams is I'm probably going to run laundry through, get a load of my laundry done. Ain't really got enough for a load of towels, but I'd like to get them in. It's not necessarily for the bathroom towels. I'd like to get them in for the kitchen towels. I'd like to go ahead and get them through the washer and get them cleaned. I may end up running a 3/4 load through of them. I mean, I can do that tomorrow. I do have to do dishes. And I know this is going to sound dumb. I'm going to have to go on YouTube. I'm going to have to go on YouTube, and I'm going to have to bring up a video of how to operate our dishwasher. I don't run it. Mama has kind of said, you just leave it alone, let me take care of it. Well, now I run into this situation. I have no clue I don't know how to work it. Tell me how to set it. Tell me where to put the soap, and I'll just do it. My other option is I pull them all out of the dishwasher and I wash them by hand, and I'm not real big on hand washing. You know, I do hand wash the big cups that I drink milk in at night. This is ridiculous. Hold on. Okay, I don't know. I think they were kind of barking at each other. I got that to stop. Sure, today, the minute I say I got it to stop, they'll be back at it again. Man, it is dark, 7 o'clock in the morning. Let's not drive off the end of the map. I think that right there, that white top, there's the end of the map. That did pop up nice and neat for us. I'm going to pull their number. Want to slide over here? Nope, no you don't. No you don't. You are not doing that to me. I don't care who you are. You can be the mayor of town. You're going to wait for me. Yeah, I want to hold off. The longer I can wait on taking stuff to town, the better off I am. I'll also be really happy if I can get to enough daylight, I can shut the lights off on this combine. I like playing where I can see what I'm doing. when our washing machine was new. It's story time with Schwoke, guys. Pay attention. We can't miss in this one. Hey, Laura, how are you doing? It's been an interesting stream. I kind of did a streaming no. I did take a phone call. It's a local farmer I'm really close to. He tried calling the other day and I missed it, and then he tried calling back again today. I took the call. I wanted to make sure that everything was okay. I didn't want him saying, hey, I want you to know this, you know. I was scared of bad news there. Hello, lady. Hello there, lady. Oh. Yeah, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I'll be honest, that 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock window, I kind of wanted it for a nap. And yeah, we ain't getting no nap today. Ain't no nap coming. It's 4 to 6 is puppy time. I know that. If everything works out perfectly, I'll get the second truck there filled. I didn't even take that first truck in. I'm holding off on it till the last minute possible. But ideally, we'll get that second truck finished and then have the combine almost finished when we finish this field. That'll let me move the combine to the last field of corn. Then we take the trucks in to empty, hopefully pushing and getting as much money as possible. I mean, it's little things like that that's going to make the difference right now. We're going to need our goal was to buy those other 2 fields straight, the road in front of me here, they're straight down that road on the right hand side. And we're going to need to have an amazing silage sale to be able to pull that off and keep them goals alive. If I pop the map up, wow, it's saved again. It's saving every time I come in here. Okay, so on the map, we know that this right, oops, I'm sorry, mouse in the wrong spot. This right here is our farm. I'm right here. I've got this corn to shell, then I got this corn. We're done. We'd kind of like to buy these 2 fields right here. Just down the road, not too far off. We like that. We want to do these first. Eventually, we want to buy this field right here. It's actually 2 farms here. We ain't gonna have near enough money to buy this one. But there is a good chance that we can pull these 2 off. I know we can pull one off. I'd like to pull both off at the same time. It's going to throw us out of whack a little bit. Year 1 down there, we may put soybeans in both farms. But year 2, one will have to be beans and one will have to be corn. And then we'll have to rotate them back and forth. It's going to put us out of whack a little bit. You know, and another question, you know, do we start looking at if we were planting some of the Pioneer? I did it again. I hit the button and the head did not go down. But if we were to plant some of that and actually go down there and try to chop it as silage, could we get more money for that? I mean, honest question. If we could get more money with that, I mean, that wouldn't be a bad deal. Because it right now in this map, it is 100% about scrimping for every last dollar. You know, we're going to have basically the 1 truck's already filled. We got a second one here, and I'm going to guess we're right at 3 trucks in that other field. That's 5 trucks at 7,000 a piece. That's 35,000. We should be about 110,000 after harvest. We have 107,000 coming in from the glitch in the game. Our goal was to make it to December and still have money and be able to bring it in as a Christmas bonus. So 110 plus 107 is 217,000, and that's not enough to buy down there. I don't know if we've got $100,000 in silage or not. I have no clue. You know, we've got all that silage in there. I think we counted last night. We got 144 grass bales. We could peel 100 of them and wrap them and sell them as silage. Well, that's the bad deal. When you wrap them, they don't go to silage instantly, if I remember right. You actually have to wrap them, and then you can sell them the next month. So we may already be too late on that one. We may not be able to wrap them and make that happen. So there are ways that we can take out an additional loan. Even though if I do bounce in here right now and I go to the bank and it shows this is the main loan we started, we've paid off almost 100,000. But if we come down here and go to take loan, you see that our max we can take right now is 0. There are ways I can get around that without cheating. There are ways I can get around that and take out an additional loan to buy those 2 fields down there. But if we do that, we add a second payment in. What I almost wonder, our interest rate on the current loan is 3.5%. The current interest rate is 3%. Do we make the adjustment, take out an entire new loan that will pay off the original loan, as well as help us get those 2 fields bought down there, and be back at one loan at 3% interest? I mean, we're just refinancing a loan. And farmers do that stuff all the time. They do it when they're buying something, you know, land, equipment, something like that. They don't refinance an operating loan. That's kind of looked upon as shady. But they will definitely refinance a loan like that. We could do that, and we're 100% in the right by doing that. I'm almost positive. I got to be careful here. Our interest rate on that loan is 3.5%, and if we go to take a loan right now, you can see right here we're at 3%. And to anyone that wants to know how I'm doing that without cheating, because I'm dead honest, I don't want to cheat on this map. What I'll do is I will F12 $5 million into our account. When we do that, that'll open it up where we can take an additional loan. We then take that additional loan, and we get enough money that we can pay the old loan off. We can, well, you pay the old, when you take the loan, then all of a sudden you got that much more money. Then we turn around, we pay the old loan off, so we still have the new loan, and you add the additional in there where you can get them 2 fields bought. But then you got to go straight back in, and you got to F12 that $5 million back out. You know, so I'm adding fake money to get us to the place where we can take the loan. How much we get from that silage? Well, that's the thing. If we don't sell that till, well, we can sell it in January. We're fine with that. We can sell that stuff in January or what have you, and then make that decision then. You know, I just, the one thing is so the 3 that's really been on this farm the most here lately is me, Schwoke, and Smethwick. And I try, rather than just say, poof, we're doing this, I try to run different things like that by each of them, say, hey, what do you think about doing this? And I know Schwoke has ran on us and teased us awful hard about buying that tractor. We did. We bought that newer tractor. Did we absolutely have to have it right now? No, not at all. Is it nice to have it, and is it something we're going to use in the future? Yep, sure is. But in the same token, we bought that automatic bale pickup. I really didn't want to buy that. You know, yeah, it takes considerably longer, and I'll be honest, it's a lot bigger pain in the ass picking them up by hand. But I was perfectly happy doing that, and we did buy it. It is something we're going to need in the future. The thing is, I think we made the agreement it would set down in the dealership parking lot for a certain length of time. I thought it was 3 years. Schwoke and Smethwick says, dude, you're not thinking right, which is very possible. But you know, it's sitting down there. We got the bigger combine. Schwoke almost acted disappointed last night when he thought I was going to go and buy the 8-row corn head. And I said, no, the corn we've got, we can work this year with the 6-row head, which technically we should. We got a 6-row planter. We should have a 6-row corn head. But if we go to an 8-row corn head, we really should go to an 8-row corn planter. It doesn't make a lot of sense to have a 6-row corn planter and then turn around and try to shell 8 rows off. Unless you're on RTK and drive perfectly straight, you get into sketchy stuff. That tractor is nice. And the thing is, Smethwick, it's the direction we wanted to go. It is what we were planning on doing. So we didn't get out of line with what we did by any means. I'm still waiting for the day you do a big grain farm with all new tractors. If you're not paying attention, Dairy Kid, the IRL farms, it's getting there. Now I'm going to be honest on IRL. I really don't want to go past. I really don't want to go past the 30 series. So no, you're not going to get 8Rs and that stuff on there because that's not my style. I'm not. I'll be dead honest. I'm not really interested in that at all. But you know, you get into the 30 series. That's, for me, that's really new. That's really new. And if you look on that map, Coburn is running brand new equipment with a mega farm. Hell, he owns half the north side of the map of a 4X map. He's got 2 60-foot air drills to try to get all his beans in. He's got 2 Kinsey, I think them are 36-row planters to get his corn in. We technically have that. He's not running John Deere, he's running Cat, but they're brand new. We're talking 8R, 9R is what he's running, age-wise. So in the IRL farm, there's actually 2 farms, 2 active farms running at the same time, and one of them is exactly what you're saying. Go in and watch what Coburn's got going on. You'll see it's there. We have exactly what you're talking about there. 41%. You know, and then on the IRL side, we are still at newer equipment, a lot newer than what we are here. My Rook Operated Midwest, I'm doing about the whole map, besides the west side wall of the map. You're saying about how many acres are you talking? I mean, Dairy Kid, on ours, we can tell you exactly how many acres we got on Spring Creek, on IRL, exactly what we've got on the IRL farm, exactly what we got on Coburn's, on here. You know, using map acres, how many acres do you have? When I look at my acres on IRL, we're sitting about 800, and that's huge on that map. I mean, that is huge. When you look at Coburn, he's not quite double that size, but I mean, you know, the bigger fields, he owns them all. And I think we're also running 3-day seasons. He's getting all that planted in 3 days. But the thing is, on that map and the way we play it, he can have, if we get way ahead down on IRL, we may only have one guy working the IRL farm. And everybody else is going up and they're helping. You know, when we were planting the other day, Smethwick jumped up there, and Smethwick and Coburn on the 2 planters, he probably planted 800 acres of corn while we were live that night. You know, but, you know, I don't know. We don't have DB 120s. We don't use that stuff. Just not for us. See, and now that, I'm gonna be dead honest, I'm not big on that, because when you start yanking a bunch of trees and that stuff out, to me that ruins the map. That's just my opinion. When you look at the trees on this map and how it's laid out, now don't get me wrong, I will pull trees out that need to come out. You get a tree that's right in the edge of the field, yep, I'm not going to hook a planter and a cultivator and a combine and every piece of equipment I own on a tree every time I plant or harvest or till or anything into a field. But to just go and yank the whole woods out just to make, to get another 20 acres, you and I both know that where the majority of the woods are that are out there today, they're there for a reason. They were not taken down for a reason. Chances are it's wet. You get back where that woods is and it's wet. You peel that woods out and you're not going to have any choice. You're going to have to, you got a lot of time, effort, and money in getting it cleaned up, but then you're going to have to tile the whole thing because it's ground that lays wet. That's the whole reason I don't do that. Now up here in this map, there was an outgrouping of trees, 15 trees there. And to make it where we didn't have to go up and go around it every time, I peeled 15 trees out and make a straight shot down this side and clean it up. But I'm not going to go over here and clean them trees out so I can get another 50 foot over there to the edge of the map. I like having the map look realistic. That, just my way. What map was stupid big? You want a stupid big map? Go to Spring Creek. Spring Creek is just crazy. Absolutely, positively crazy. I was thinking I'd make it to the end, and I'm not going to. Gotta, oh. You gotta be joking. I'm that close to the end. Wow. Field 1413 intro Midwest. There's a big strip of trees right in the middle of it. I don't know where field 1413 is. Yeah, the Nebraska map that Schwoke and Smethwick were playing around on. I mean, they basically, they almost had it down where the whole map was just a couple of fields. There was no trees. I mean, it was, oh wow. Is that truck full? I think that truck may be full already. We're not doing this. No, we're not doing this. You get down. Hey. You get down. Get down. Now. That's a good boy. Yeah. I may not be able to do what I was planning on doing up here. I may not be able to get it in this here. Green Valley. What Nebraska map was that you guys were on, Smethwick? I don't remember for sure which one. Oh, he's there. He said he's the one that said Green Valley. But yeah, I mean, they did. The equipment they were running was oversized, fast running, and they did. They owned the whole map, everything on it. It was just, I remember watching them, and it's like, wow, there are no trees, And I don't mean they took a fence row out. I mean they took a woods out. Where'd I miss a spot at, Twisted? If I did, I didn't see it. I think you're messing with me. I'm only on for about another 40 minutes today per now. I'll be live over on the other channel 7 o'clock tonight, but for today over here, I'm only live till 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, I'm gonna call her, I'm gonna get puppies outside, get them some food, and then I'm gonna lay down on the living room floor with a pillow and just spend some time with puppies. Okay, now Twisted, you're gonna laugh when we get up here to the front. I was trying to make the pass right here to my left. I was trying to get clear to the front before I was full. Yeah, I'm about 10 foot freaking short. 10 foot freaking short. I'm like, are you serious? You know, that's unreal. I'm trying. I was praying I could get this whole field peeled off and in that truck and in the combine. Man, I don't know I'm going to be able to. It's going to depend on how much I can get in. You know, the first truck and wagon is that way, and it's filled. The second one here, I think the truck's filled. I think I'm working. Well, it says 97% full. I'm sorry, 94% full. If that truck and wagon is that full, I won't be able to get all this off. But yeah, right there's the cord I missed to my left. That's it. I'm like, are you serious? I couldn't get another 14 freaking stalks in that thing? Apparently not. Silage car with 7510. No chopper and wagon mire, 1655 over silage wagon, 1066 international. You're going right at her. That's a nice grouping of tractors there. That 1655 Oliver's a nice tractor. Should be a turbocharged diesel. That's a really nice tractor. I'm going to finish this right here, and then I'm going to try to I'll fill the truck, or I should be able to fill the truck, and then we know that everything there as far as trucks and wheels is there, and we'll see if we can't peel the rest of it out of there. See if I can get it in the combine, then we'll just run the combine to the last field. So I found a way. They're harvesting soybeans around me already, but it keeps raining every 3 or 4 days. I actually, so Twisted, I've got a grower that I've been real tight with for years, and he gave me a call here. He called the other day, and I missed the call. I don't know what I was doing that I missed it, but I missed the call. So when he called today live, I did the streamer send, and I just apologized to everyone. I wanted to make sure, since he was calling me back again that quick, I wanted to make sure everything was okay. So I took the call just to touch base with him, and he's been into corn and he's been into beans, and the corn. He said in the one field, he was in areas that was at 145 bushel an acre. He was in areas that was 275 bushel an acre. The field averaged 175, and that field should have went about 210. You know, that's just how dry it is. He's been in beans, and he said, I think he said his low was 52, his high was 70. And I told him that I felt mine would go between 50 and 60. Just my guess of where we'll be yield-wise. You know, I could be wrong. Personally, I hope I'm wrong. I'd love to get out there and cut a bunch of 70, 80 bushel an acre beans. That would be a home run, but you know, as dry as it's been, I don't think we're going to have that around here this year. So, you know, we'll see. Yeah, see, I'm at 67%, and if indeed that truck and wagon's at 94, man, I'm not going to get much emptied. I definitely ain't going to have enough. I may not even have enough to get another whole round in. I don't know. No, I think my maturity is going to hurt me this year, Derek Kid. Because it got really dry late. So I'm afraid that as my beans were pushing for pollination, I think I had a lot of issues there. I think as I was pushing for, yeah, see, there we go. She's 100% full. I'm at 52. I don't even think I can get a whole round in. But I think as I was pushing for bean fill, pod fill, and that, I think I got so daggone dry that my guess is I've got quite a few aborted pods out there. Just being honest. My great uncle has a field that is averaging low 50s. But now here's the question, Twisted. What would it average in a good year? You know, I've got ground that we've proved the highest yield we've ever seen was 84 bevs, or had an 84 and an 82. Bevs was one, Quick Step was the other. I think Bevs was 84 and Quick Step was 82, which I might add, that was 80 acres at 82 bushel an acre. The best we've ever seen on Shady Vale was low 70s, 72, 73. And then at Dad's and Steve Brown's, we've been in the 70s on both them. So, I mean, if I go out, you know, last year my Steve Brown's was 42 bushel an acre, and Dad's house was 62 bushel an acre. It was a 20 bushel swing. And we're talking less than a half a mile apart the way the crow flies. So, yeah, it was sketchy. Low to mid 60s. So, yeah, he's 10 bushel an acre off. You know, it's down here. If you look at the drought monitor, some of the worst drought is actually just south of me. They got it worse than what I did. But it's there's going to be some harvests around here that aren't too pretty. Look at this. I'm going to end up, I may make it to the front. No, I won't. I won't make it to front. I am that close to being done. One more wagon. His best field was 77. That year, the year I did so good, I had everywhere else in this area. You got to understand, I was 10 bushel better than almost anyone in this area. Farm average. I smoked everybody. I smoked people that had a lot more money in their crop than what I did. You know, sweetie, we're about to go. We're about to go. Not yet. You know, the thing is, it was all based on when the rainfall fell, or when the rain fell. No, we do not get up. No jumping. No. No. Grumpy. I will make it to the front. I will make it to the front. Okay, this is how I'm going to play this. No. 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 I'm telling you what, that's going to work like stink on shit. I'm going to go till I'm 100% full, and then I'm going to drive to the back. So we're going to have to run the combine clear back over here to shell this little bit. But it makes no sense to bring a truck clear over here to put this in it, to turn around and turn around and drive clear back there. Half of 6 rows to get finished. And I do have a way to get there without to get to that other cornfield without crossing a bunch of plowed fields. 325 bushel, and I'm full. Let's go ahead and let's shut that down. Now the only thing is, by going this way, I don't pass the fuel tank. I may need to bring the fuel tank up in the truck. It's gotten to his field that usually averages high 60s. Oh, he hasn't got to that field yet. Gotcha. I don't know. Yeah, I got a good view here. So we're gonna go up right through the woods, guys. We don't irrigate down here. We normally have enough annual rainfall. We got one guy that's got more money and he knows what to do with, and he's got one center pivot up. It's up over 160 acre field. He's already peeled half of it off, went silage to the dairy. The other half is not going to dairy. It is field corn. Where are we going right here? Should be right up here in the corner. Is that it right there? There it is. And off we go to the other field. Yeah, I mean, you get into center pivots and you get out into Nebraska and Kansas and out there where they don't have the annual rainfall that what some folks do. There's a lot of center pivots up, but you know, here where we're at, we don't have all them center pivots up. You know, really no need for them. And let's put the... No, I didn't mean to start it. I just meant to put the corn head down. Shut some lights off, shut this down. And we're going to take a jog, guys. Only the truly big farms around me have irrigation. Yeah, we generally get enough annual rainfall that we don't need them. Hey, I meant to turn lights on. Just to stay running, I gotta get this one dumped. Gotcha. You'd have to, if you tried to do something like that here, Twisted, you would need to have a pretty stout water source, be it a huge pond, a small lake, a creek or something like that would probably never work. You'd probably have to have almost a river flow to be able to gather that much water right now. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm here again. I don't want to just go and empty both of these yet because the price is continuing to go up as we speak. I'm going to take this down here and I'm going to park it. I'm just going to set it there, not run it, not scale it, not do that stuff yet. I'm going to get in that other truck and I'm going to bring it down here and I'm going to empty that one. And I'm going to bring it back and at least, I don't know if I'll have enough time, but I'm going to try. We'll get the end rows peeled off of this one here, this last field. Maybe even go back over and get that little bit from that last field, get that knocked out. We probably should run the pickup truck with the fuel tank back to the combine. Put 100 gallon of fuel in it. We'll also check and see what the weather's doing. They have a river and a huge lake. Gotcha. Now, hey, I got a question. So now, Twisted, when they release that water, do they? I mean, you can have pollution in the water. So, like when you're gold mining, and you have water that you release back into a public water source, it has to be a certain cleanliness. That's part of the reason that in gold mining you may have 2 or 3 settling ponds to let that silt settle out of that soil, and what they end up releasing is clear water. They're either recycling it, they're actually set up where they can recycle it or they can release it. They can go either direction. I'm actually going to turn on the early side. And I'm going to go right there like I'm in line. Now that other truck should be the next one. I'll be honest, the reason I'm doing this is because I like this truck better. I love the sound of it. I love that. I just do. It has to go through a filtration system, and it's all run by Ocean Spray. Well, trust me, they got their ducks in a row. So do all the cranberry farms up there, are them all either owned or leased to Ocean Spray? Or do you have competitors up there in that area too? I heard the sheep when I went by. No, Derek Katie's in Wisconsin. Yeah, for the most part, it's Ocean Spray for juice. Gotcha. Well, hey, Twisted, I didn't think they were making soup out of the cranberries. Cranberry soup, here we go. I would think the cranberries that are getting knocked down and squeezed out for juice may not have to be in as good a shape as maybe what cranberries are that you would eat at Thanksgiving if you ate cranberries. I myself am not a cranberry person. I can drink cranberry juice, but one glass every year is probably enough for me. Cranberries, blueberries, blackberries, I've never been a big one on that. So I mean, other than juice and basic cranberries and stuff like that, what other things are, you know, what other things are they using the cranberries for? So if you remember, that last truck was 7,000. Let's see what this truck does. Yeah, I'm blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, cranberries. I'm not big on any of them. Cherries, apple. I'm not huge on oranges. I'll eat an orange very occasionally. But apples, grapes, strawberries, cherries. Oh my God. Yeah. Yep, I'm all about that stuff. So 7,000 out of the last scenario. Okay, here goes the wagon, and the same exact thing, guys. I'm gonna let us get down about 80%, and then I'm gonna dump the truck. They dry cranberries for fruit mixes. Well, I guess I was thinking, yeah, I was thinking edible. When I was mentioning cranberry for Thanksgiving, I kind of threw that in there. Yeah, oranges. So to me, I want to take what I want's a good blood orange that is really juicy, and I want to get the juice out of it and throw the rest away. That's how I've always been. If I had to pick a favorite fruit of all, probably strawberries. I like my strawberries. I'll eat them straight, but I like strawberry shortcake too. That's really good. So 7,000 out of the last load, and we only got another 33 bucks, but it's 33 bucks. Boy, I'll tell you what, when you fire this thing up to come out from the pits and you get the echo of the pits, man, it sounds like it's a jet just ripping off the runway. Definitely not blackberry. Hey, Twisted, I like peaches too. I do like peaches. And I mean, I'll eat canned peaches. I'll eat them just a raw peach. I like peaches. I like pears. Hey, we're on a fruit kick here. I know a lot of different companies have had razzleberry. What the hell's a razzleberry? Is there a razzleberry tree out there somewhere in the United States I'm unaware of? Some of the names they come up with, some of these fruit mixes. I don't know. You know, we had some. There's a mulberry. A mulberry is a real berry. It's off a tree, and I'll be honest. I like to have a couple mulberries, and then I'm done. I don't need any more. Avocados. So I have had like avocado dip that I liked. I'm gonna be honest, Smethwick, Taco Bell has a avocado sauce, whatever you put in the tacos. Oh yeah, I like them. I really like them. You know, they ask if you want sauce pack. I'll be honest, I think they charge $0.25 if you want them extra. Give me $2 worth, because I'll put that stuff on everything. I've never had an avocado fresh like that. Definitely not right off the tree. I believe avocado trees must be in a warmer environment, I'm assuming, because I don't ever recall seeing an avocado tree up here. I love how Wisconsin #2 productivity of cranberries, only behind Maine, and potatoes, only behind Idaho. Hey, Twisted, there's a lot of cranberries grown in southwest Michigan too. That's got to be up there. If you're looking at a Google source, see where that's at. Grandma used to have an avocado tree. I'm assuming in her backyard. I'm pretty sure she didn't have one growing out of her back. Yeah, and I know Smith looks like, listen, smart ass. Southern California. So it may be like an avocado tree could be like a palm tree situation, and you need that warmer weather to make it happen, is my guess. So my goal here is the last, as we finish up, I want the 2 trucks 100% full and in the barn. If they can be 100% full and in the barn, I'm going to be a very happy camper. Turn. Missed the tree. Missed the combine. I kind of want to get the truck and that over the hump there. And I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go peel that other off over there. Then I come over here and we'll get these end rows off. Hey, Nathan Lee, how are you doing? Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to peel these end rows off here first on this end. I just have to make sure that I got enough room to get that other peeled off too. I'd like to get 4 sets of end rows on this end if possible. I am living the dream. I've had a wonderful morning. We're on our last field of corn. We get this here peeled off. The price is continuing to go up. I held off corn harvest till December to let that price come up. But I wouldn't mind holding off and maybe selling that corn day 3 of December. So the truck and wagon you just seen, we've actually got 2 of them set ups. The other one's a Chevy. I ran it down to the elevator and just parked it there for right now. It's in line. And I can't believe it's 7:56 and it's still this dark. But anyhow, my goal is we get... Wow, that's a hill. My goal is we get... There's another hill. Holy Jesus. We get this field done and we've got both trucks and wagons full. Really don't want a bunch left in the combine. I'd like to have it empty. But we'll have the trucks and that as full as we possibly can, and then try to sell that in the 3rd day of December is kind of my goal. You know, if we can pull yet another $1 a bushel, that stuff starts adding up. Just trying to make money. I mean, it looks like we've got some decent money in there, but hell, we still owe $1.9 million to the bank just getting everything bought and getting everything going. We can't seem to stay out of the store and buying upgrading equipment. You know, we got some additional land we want to buy to try to help bring more money in, but all Smethwick, the other battle plan is we could go ahead and we'll knock the end rows off and then we'll bale all the stalks in the center of the field. Be here for 3 days doing that. What old school tractor we got? So oops, I missed corn. So this map here, we're playing an old school red series. So we've got a 1086, 1486, 1586. We've still got a 1206. We had a 1466 black stripe. We got rid of it. Rather than running red combines, we're running silver. We started out with a Gleaner M. We upgraded. This here is an L2, gives us a little better grain bin capacity, but it also gave us the ability to put a bigger head on. The M, the smallest head I got to fit, it's a 24 footer, and that'd be a stretch for the hydraulics to be able to lift in that. It'd definitely take care of a 15-foot head. Well, we did a 15-foot head on both the M and the M2 for years. It probably would have done a 20-foot head, but that'd have been about the max. Oh my God, look at us sliding. This is ridiculous. Corn head's down too far. But you know, we went to the L. With this L, an L2 would run a 30-foot head. So it gave us the ability to get a 28-foot grain head, be able to get through some of that stuff a little better. But you know, we would like to upgrade and go to an 8-row corn head, but 8-row corn head means, guys, I'm turning to the left. An 8-row corn head means we got to buy an 8-row planter too, and we got some land we'd rather get. I think that's the utmost importance right now, is getting that land bought. Here we go again. I can't keep the combine straight down here. This is ridiculous. Oh no, more stalks. Hey, we'll bale them all, and then we'll let Schwoke pick them stalks up. He likes picking up stalks. Can you see us out here trying to pick up this? If I was to bale this entire field of stalks, you know how long it would take us to get them out of there? I mean, we got a lot of silage bales that we got to pick up also, and we don't have. I don't even have any auto pickup. Well, I take that back. I'm lying. So the wagons we're running, the 2 flatbed wagons, do have auto pickup as an option. We do not have that option on. The option we have instead is where you can strap it down. So you have to load it legally, and then you turn around and strap it down. Okay, that works. Gotcha. Eager Eye was, are you Nope, you're done. I want to say I've been kind of stalking on you all morning. And Eager, I did. I had some issues too on voice. There was an update that come down on the Elgato. Yeah. Oh my God, that's going to drive me nuts. Hold on. Wavelink. The Elgato Wavelink software had an update, and I don't know why I did it when I got 2 streams today, but I went ahead and did it. Well, to do it, I didn't even get an option to restart the computer. It restarted the computer, and when it did that, it ran a Windows update through that I've been holding off on. I generally try to do Windows updates and stuff like that on Sunday. That way, if we do have a glitch or a problem, it gives us time to get it fixed. But yeah, that never happened. Yeah, my Wavelink software. Dairy Kid, I normally on Discord when I'm live. Either you've got to be in the map to be in here. I've always just went with that rule. The only time we break that rule is on Saturday mornings. When I got folks that are in here and they're streaming, I let everybody in, and I love it when you get everybody talking. If I sit back and keep my mouth shut and everybody's chattering amongst themselves and picking on each other and what have you, I love that. I'm all for that. There's 4 rounds of end rows in. That should be enough. We're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to empty, and then I'm going to bust butt over to that other field and get that little bit we missed. I'd like to get that knocked out. It does not look to me like we are going to finish the corn here. I really thought we'd finish the corn today, but we're not going to make it that far. Yeah, and Dairy Kid, you gotta. It has nothing to do with trust. I trust you 100%. I typically don't. I want to do my best to focus on stream. The phone call I took earlier, I mean that rocked my world. I hate doing anything. I think it's very unprofessional to take phone calls. I think it's unprofessional to text while you're streaming. You know, I may be going to the extreme here, but that's just how I look at it. I am going to go cab view to do this, just because I enjoy going through the woods here. But you know, right now I've been breaking them rules left and right because I'm constantly looking at the phone to you know what, hell, when I hadn't heard from my wife in 2 days, I'd kind of like to know she's okay. You know, yeah, she's okay, just no Wi-Fi. Can't get text. I've been trying to reach her through text. I've been trying to reach her through Messenger. It's been a pain in the butt. Okay, got you. Yeah, I don't want you to think, oh, you don't trust me? You're afraid of... No, I trust you. You want me to be honest. Coburn's the one that scares me. Because you never know what's going to come out of that guy's mouth. That's scary. We're going to find out whether he's listening or not. We get to... I hate it here, too. Yeah, see, right there's the last of the corn up here, and then we're down to just that one field. I don't know if I'll have a chance to run back and peel end rows off the back down there. I had 67%. But I was at an angle. Boy, this is weird. I normally don't run this from the cab. So I would say if I only get 10-12% here, I can probably drive clear back and get the end rows on that other field done. And then we're down to just the field, the center of the field, the easy part, back and forth. Hopefully I can get it where we can make one round and it's time to dump, be it 85-95%. Kind of hate to push it clear to 100 because we do that and then you're going to get one round, you don't make it all the way. There you go, 7%. 7%, and that field's done. Oh, that little ankle biter thing? What do you mean ankle biter thing? No, I ain't got no ankle biters. These son of a guns here are gonna bite me. They're gonna get into a knee. If they reach up just a little bit, they're gonna get into a hip. So we definitely don't have any grass here we can do. Can I get I can. So I'll be able to pull that end row off down at the other end. Guys, we're traveling all over here. We're putting some miles on the combine. Combine's at 36% fuel. I know I ain't got enough fuel to get that field finished. We're going to go clear down to the other grass field, and we're going to get to the end rows of the corn that way. We'll pull them end rows off. We'll come back. We'll get it dumped. We'll shut the combine down. We're going to run up and grab the pickup truck, bring it back, and put 110 gallon of fuel in the combine, and go from there. No, Coburn's the ankle biter. Oh my God, watch that. Remember, he's a mod. He'll come in here and toss you. You don't want him to come in and do that. It is getting a little brighter. It's getting a little easier to see. So here's the other lane. It takes us from the front grass field, the one we just left. Back here's the back grass field, if that's what you want to call it. This back grass field, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's rough. When you park a wagon, it just starts rolling down the hill. I don't care. I ain't afraid of Coburn. And what's bad, Coburn is at work right now. He can't even defend himself. So where are we at here? We're still in a field. I'm gonna roll the combine here. So here we go. We're gonna sneak across the back. There ain't a whole lot of plow ground here. We're gonna sneak across the back of this. I am gonna go to out of cab, and our cornfield's right there. So yeah, I'm gonna try to put 2 rounds down here, and then we'll head back up to the front. And away we go. There's only one thing that scares me. My guess is it's your dad. Yeah, I should be able to get, I don't know, I might be able to swing a 5th pass in here. I don't know. With this being a longer field, I'll be dead honest, it'd be nice if I could swing a 5th pass back here. Try to shorten the long rows out a little bit. I'm scared to death. We're gonna go to the front or come back here to the back and then go to the front and get 3/4 of the way and we're full. I'm afraid that's what we're going to get into. You want me to be honest? I don't know why that would scare anyone, because once it happens, there's nothing. There's no pain. There's no, depending on what you believe in teachings, you're in more pain now than you'll ever be at that point. No. I mean, that's so how many times have you heard in life there's only 2 things that are guaranteed: death and taxes? So does that mean you want to race for it? No, not at all. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, in my opinion, it shouldn't be something that scares you, because face it, it's going to happen. It's part of life. It is truthfully part of life. You're not going to escape it. You know, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that my great grandson isn't going to be sitting here streaming, and you're going to be in here at like 1700 years old watching him. Just a guess. Just a guess. Number one, at that point, it ain't going to be streaming. He's going to be laying in bed with his eyes closed, just thinking what he's doing, and you're going to be sitting there. Well, your great grandchild will be sitting in bed going like this with his eyes closed and watching the stream. They didn't even going on. There's no computer, no nothing. I mean, hell, we don't know what the future holds. Technology's something else. Big time something else. I did miss a corn stalk right there, so I am at least running another pass here. Can't leave that corn stalk go. That's cardinal sin. Oh, Schwoke will come in here and be all over me. No wonder we can't afford that farm. You're leaving freaking corn stalks all over the place. There's 3 corn stalks there, man. 78 cents worth of corn. Get off my butt. Waldemar, how are you doing? Welcome in from Sweden. You've actually caught us right at the end here today. I was planning on bouncing at 4 o'clock. It's 1 after. I'm going to finish what I'm on here. I got some puppies out there that have finally they've decided to lay down a little bit, but they need some attention. They haven't seen mom at all in 3 days, which, you know, my son couldn't go on the cruise, so she took the trip. Now she's on a cruise and they just haven't seen her. But I don't want anyone to think she just walked out. But yeah, I've spent a lot of time here these last few days, either over working on the IRL farm or in here working one of the pixel farms. And yeah, they've been pretty voicey with me today. Did I just miss 1 corn stalk? Nah, there's a couple there. There's a couple corn stalks there. Might have been 3 or 4. Yeah, you're later over there. I've actually so I generally this whole YouTube thing's kind of new to me. I've been over and on Twitch for quite a while, and one of the guys that plays with us all the time is from Great Britain, and we've got another guy that has been in and played with us. He helps a lot with the mods. He's from Germany, so we run into a lot of that, you know, that whole time thing, you know, and normally over there we're 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night. So when we get off stream, the guy from Great Britain, I think he's 5 hours behind me. So I end at 11, my buddy ends at 1, so when stream ends, it's 6 a.m. in the morning for him. He's in here playing all night long. Can I get back across one more time or not? I might be able to. Let's see what happens. We're going to poke the bear here and try it. The only thing I know is I don't want to miss any corn. Another one? Oh, okay. I see what it was now. Boy, that worked. This is work, but I'm going to take the edge of this to go up. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pull the auger out. Like I said, I want to get up here. We'll get this in the truck. We're going to bring a pickup truck back and fuel this up. I mean, it's either we do that or we run the combine up to the house and fuel it up. And just as easy to bring the truck back to it. I'm from Northwest Ohio. I do farm in real life. I've got 230 acres. My bean, now this year I'm 100% soybeans. My local elevator closed down, and instead of driving 5 mile tops from my furthest field to the elevator, I was anywhere from a half a mile to 5 miles from my local elevator. It was pretty easy. And now I am my closest field is 10 mile one way. You know, so I'm anywhere from 10 to 20 mile from this place that I have to go to now. So I had to be careful with going out with corn and adding so many multiple trips. My God, I'd never, till I get a couple more wagons bought or get a semi or a grain truck and something like that. Yeah, I had to be careful. Hey, you were fine, Huber. You don't understand. I appreciate you just hanging out. That means the world to me. So this field here, the only thing we've got is just back and forth. The end rows are all done. We got the field over there all finished. I don't know if this will fill the truck up or not. It did. Truck's full. Let's get up here and stop. Bring him over here. Put the head down, shut her off. I do want to come over here. I really don't need to have... I don't need the lights on. I don't need the four-ways on. I don't need that on. Not back the lane. Let's run up here to the house. We're going to grab the pickup truck, bring it back. We'll fill that combine up so that it's ready to rock and roll. Oh, we've got some wool we got to get in the barn too. Apologize ahead of time, guys. This truck is loud. Delsbo? Whoa. Delsbo? And you say that's a village over there? I've never heard of that. Is it a small town? Diesel. The truck is diesel. Everything on the farm's diesel. We actually don't have Lawnmower's gas. Well, I guess the lawnmower could be diesel too. It is a small village. So I'll be honest, I'm from over here. I'm from a very, very small village also. It's called a town, but where my in real life farm is, the population there is 700, and in the town I'm in, the population is 600. So I'm from a small area. Hey Faber, how are you doing? You caught me right as I'm about to hang her up for the day. Backpack tractor for the evening. Back in the pack. Oh, so you're back at it? Good deal, Stoney. I am going to go ahead and top this back up too. I know what's going to happen. We're going to end up needing fuel into a tractor, and this is sitting there at 10%. We're going to run to the field to fill the tractor up, and you give it 8 gallon and you're done. Kind of defeats the purpose, but if we keep this filled, we got her made. There we go. I guess I probably should check the food. We should check the food over here. Let's slow down a little bit. We're still real good on food. 4 bales to go. We do have 3 bales here. We'll probably move them after we get the corn off. And guys, I'll tell you, when you look in here, we've got some money sitting here. We got $50,000 in wool. We got, I don't know how much in silage there. We got enough grass cut to last the animals 3 years. I mean, we got a lot of stuff going on. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, over here, so at 15, I would have been part of the family farm, but you can't really call me a farmer, because at 15, I was still in school. You know, the farm was grandpa's and dads and uncles and stuff like that. Okay. I said at 4 o'clock we were going to call her. I'm going to spend some puppy time. Let me do this. Guys, thank you for hanging out. I truly appreciate it. We got about 4 hours in today. I was a little bit late getting started, had some issues this morning, but I had a lot of fun. With that, we'll be live over on the Twitch channel tonight, 7 to 11, and make all of that happen. And here, tomorrow is up in the air. If we don't have enough people to do the noon to 4 over there, we may come back in here and rock another 12-hour. I don't know. If we've got enough people in there to do that, we'll do that 12 to 4 and figure out what we're doing from there. So I'd say there's a chance, guys, you'll see me back in here again tomorrow at some point. Don't know how long, but the drive is real. Till we hit our goal, we're not stopping. We're going. But guys, with that, have a wonderful, wonderful day. I do. As I said, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Much love for that. And until we can do this again, Renegade Nation, I love you all.